I like it. It's new for me. It's the first time I play first line in NHL. Yeah, it's great time. Great time.
And for Pasternak, he said his advice to Husnudinov was said to just be himself.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, I would always say, just play your game. There's the reason you get promoted to this line, and your game got you here. So, just play your game. I will adjust to you. You don't have to adjust to me. So, but Kuzi, he's an awesome guy. He's very great kid in the room, and everybody loves him. He brings such a positive energy every single day. So we couldn't be happier for a guy like him. So
he's been good. I mean, he was playing wing on that, we'll call it the top line, because it wasn't a demotion for Geekie by any means, but you wanted to spread out the wealth a little bit. So on home ice here, I think you have the benefit of matchups, and they'll put that group together with Geekie on one wing and Pasternak on the other, and Husnudinov in the middle, and see how it looks. I mean, they finished the game the other day like that, but they've had some different looks on some of those forward lines, trying to find out what the best chemistry is and where they can get the most out of guys, and who they can count on the defensive zone as well. So I think that'll be kind of the biggest question mark for me, how he handles himself in the D zone. We saw it the second half of the game, but how he handles himself, if he's the guy down low, first guy back into the zone, just how all that kind of looks for him. I don't think he'll have a problem. I think he's been pretty adequate at it so far, but most of it has come on the wing.
Well, Jonas Korpisalo got the starting goal the last couple of games. He's been excellent in both of those. We expect to see Jeremy Swayman today. But Korpisalo says the back-to-back wins show that this team is headed in the right direction.
I think so. These last two games, for sure, a step to the better direction, but we still have work to do. But yeah, 2 wins in a row. Got to build on that.
Yeah, look, 2 wins in a row, 3 out of 4. That's a good sign for this team, and that's something that you're hoping that they start to take steps. Look, they won the first 3 games of the season. People thought it was good, but let's see if they can keep it up. It's kind of the way I'm feeling right now. 1 game under 500. You've got a good team in here today, despite some of the injuries that Carolina's had to endure here recently. But a team that's going to play fast. You better be ready to play fast, move the puck quickly, move your feet quickly, and get going north. The afternoon game, it shouldn't, you can't have another start like Ottawa or even a start like the Islanders. I mean, the first minute and a half, there were, 3 turnovers inside their own zone. We're like, oh, no, not again. And they kind of got themselves going after that. But, get yourself going right now. Feel good about your game. Feel good about the results that you've gotten. And be ready to play from the drop of the puck.
And this is a Carolina team that we know forces the issue. They play a very aggressive up-tempo style.
No matter who's in their line.
Yeah, that's something that's, that they're going to have to be alert for today. Over the last couple of games, in the last 3 home games, really, we've seen Nikita Zadorov and Charlie McAvoy paired together, especially with Mason Lohrei out of the lineup the last couple of games. Zadorov likes that combination.
It's good. We take pride defending. We played last 2 games. We play against the top line most of the time. It's always nice to go against top players of other team, and I thought we did a good job so far. So it's definitely we have something to build off for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. Right? You're playing on home ice, you get the last change, and you can dictate who's on the ice. And then you can't emphasize enough how important having Hampus Lindholm back in the lineup is, because it solidifies your left side. Asparos played pretty well. He'll play again today. Mason Lohrei will be a scratch again today. And Asparos come in and done a nice job solidifying maybe that third pair, or helping to solidify that third pair. But you're top 2, you've got a lot of top 2 pairs. You've got a lot of confidence in that you could play either Zadorov and McAvoy, or you can play Lindholm or Peak against some of the better offensive lines of the other team.
As far as the lineup goes today, the D pairs will stay the same. Up front, it looks like Johnny Beecher's going to slot in on the 4th line, replacing Elias Lindholm in the lineup.
Yeah, and Asim on the right side on that 4th line with Corrali. Kaslik moves up with Minton and Jeannot. But based on the
warm-ups here. Yeah. So as we count you down to puck drop, here's what's on deck. Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We will go around the NHL.
We're taking each day as it comes. I don't think we're trying to get too far ahead of ourselves, and I think we're having a lot of fun with it.
Brian Rust and the Penguins off to a great start this year. I'll chat with head coach Marco Sturm.
It's a good sign moving forward that when you're not playing maybe your best, but you still find a way to win.
And up next, we'll preview today's opponent, the Carolina Hurricanes, here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Next time, do what I do. Just take the train to North Station. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you ride with $10 weekends. So next game, don't be late battling traffic and parking. Ugh. Get tickets with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
He roofs it, top shelf.
When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's is crafted in Austin and made for Boston. Every sip has a smooth finish that's always good on ice, just like the Bruins. Realize your top shelf goals and win the pregame and the rest of the game with Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Here's Svechnikov. Ball score! Jordan Martinook. Everybody kind of froze. Martinook found it and just tapped it in to make it 3-0 Canes.
Back here at TD Garden, getting ready for the Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes, who come to town after opening the season on a 5-game winning streak. They've gone 2-3 over their last 5 games. Most recently, a 6-2 win over the Islanders on Thursday night. Rod Brindamore's team has been dealing with a pile of early season injuries.
Well, I think, it's going to be hard, right? It's going to look a little different than, what we would expect, just because we're missing so many pieces. So, when I can kind of get it looking like in the third, it was a little more like, okay, that's how we would normally play. That's what we need to do. And being consistent that's hard. That's being a pro. We're still learning to do that with a lot of guys. So I give them a lot of credit, though. All the young kids that have been jumped in the lineup look really good.
Well, they've needed it. They're getting Jarvis back tonight. This afternoon. It looks like he's out here in warm-ups, and he's a big part of that offense for them. Off to a terrific start. So that's a big piece for them. But they're missing 3 big pieces on defense, right? And you go back to even last year. Burns and Gostisbehere. Burns is of course in Colorado now, but Burns, Gostisbehere, Slavin. Gostisbehere, Slavin out of the lineup right now. Keandre Miller was brought in from New York. He's out of the lineup right now. So you're missing 3 regulars, not only 3 regulars, your best defensive defenseman in Slavin, and your best power play guy in Gostisbehere.
Right.
So you're missing a couple of huge pieces back there. And then some of the offensive players haven't really jumped yet. Svechnikov, you heard him in that highlight. The last couple of games he's been much better because at the beginning of the season he was MIA. He really struggled at the beginning of the season. And Nikolai Ehlers has not scored yet. He was a big free agent signing in the offseason coming over from Winnipeg. He doesn't have a goal yet, so and they're winning despite all that. So that's pretty impressive. And they're going to play the way they're going to play the same way, whether they've got those guys in the lineup or not. They're going to push you all over the ice. They're going to play with that high tempo or fast tempo. They're going to attack all over the ice, and the Bruins have to be ready for that. Whether it's 5-on-5 or on the power play, you've got to be ready for that aggressive style.
And you didn't mention among those injuries, Kochetkov, one of their two goaltenders, hasn't played a game yet this year. He just got assigned to the AHL on a conditioning assignment. Brandon Bussey, the former Bruins farmhand, he started 4 out of their 10 games so far. Freddie Anderson expected to get the start here today.
Yeah, we know him pretty well.
But you mentioned, I mean, the style that Carolina plays is a style that they will play whether their top guns are in the lineup or not, and
Brendan Moore demands it.
They put a lot of pressure on you.
Right, Brendan Moore demands it. So when you've got a team that pressures like that, it's about you got to move your feet first of all, but it's also the puck movement. I go back to something like the power play. You've got to know what you want to do with the puck before you get it. If they're going to pressure all over, especially when they can. You know, if you get them spread out a little bit, they'll calm down. They'll tone down on the pressure. But if you've got to be ready to move the puck before it gets on your stick. Know what you're going to do with it, and know that you're going to have somebody in your face at all times. And there has to be. And when you don't have the puck, you've got to be an out. You've got to be a support valve for the player that gets the puck. And, you know, there has to be somebody to give the puck to at all times, that type of thing. And if you get with that much pressure, the one thing you can do is if you can beat the first guy, this isn't on the power, this is just 5-on-5. You can beat the first guy. Now they've got to, you know, they've got to adjust. And they're more of a man-on-man. They've got to adjust, and now you're going to have somebody else open. So, and coming on that puck carrier to gain that separation on the first checker, then you have an opportunity to make some plays.
Bruins and Hurricanes coming up just after the top of the hour. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines up next, and then we'll go around the NHL. You're on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Head to the bar at the 99 restaurant this Sunday for game day. Score a 6-pack of bone-in wings for just $5.99 and full-size apps for $6.99. And you've got a chance to win prizes weekly. You gotta love the nines.
When you're on the go, count on Mass General Brigham Health Plan with 24/7 support, helpful digital tools, and world-class providers. We offer coverage for individuals, families, employers, and retirees, all connected to one of the world's leading healthcare systems. Whether you're playing pickleball in Boston Seaport or hiking with your dog up Mount Wachusett, you can be free to live in your moment. Learn more at massgeneralbrighamhealthplan.org.
This November, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest for 5 years. But you have to hurry, the sale ends soon. So, schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Is there a right way to prep for my future?
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
Is cash still king?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Can I become king of the hill in Beacon Hill?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Boston Bruins are back in action this afternoon at TD Garden as they welcome in the Carolina Hurricanes. Puck drop coming up shortly. Jaylen Brown scored 32 points. Anthony Simons added 19. The Boston Celtics never trail in their 109-108 win against the Philadelphia 76ers last night. Final injury report for the Patriots released ahead of tomorrow's home game against the Atlanta Falcons. Running back Ramondre Stevenson dealing with a toe injury ruled out for the Falcons. Some of their notable defensive players are questionable. Safety Jesse Bates and edge rushers Leonard Floyd and Jalen Walker. And you have Game 7 of the World Series tonight between the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers with first pitch in Toronto at 8 p.m. The Boston Bruins, Loon Mountain Resort, and 98.5 Sports Hub have teamed up to offer the Skate and Ski ticket package for the 2025-26 season. Purchase a $150 ticket to select Bruins games and receive a complimentary lift ticket to Loon Mountain. Head to bostonbruins.com/skate and ski for more information. and to buy your tickets while supplies last. I'm Jim Murray with your headlines here on the 98.5 Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local New England Honda dealers. Ryan and Bob will be back right after this.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to today's game on the Bruins Radio Network to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign, donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What a hit.
That's what checking used to mean to me. I'm Patrice Bergeron, and since I partnered with Avidia Bank, checking means so much more. Avidia Bank offers a variety of checking accounts with something for everyone, from free checking to premier checking with added benefits. Not only does Avidia Bank provide the services you need, they also give back to their community. Learn more about them today at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bruins and Hurricanes coming up. We'll take a quick check around the NHL, including some other afternoon games later today. Penguins and Jets at 3 p.m. Brian Rust and Pittsburgh enjoying an 8-2-2 start.
We're taking each day as it comes. I don't think we're trying to get too far ahead of ourselves, and I think we're having a lot of fun with it. So the good and the bad, trying to learn from the bad. I'll learn from the good, too. I think we're just trying to have as much fun as possible.
Yeah, Pittsburgh coming off a good win against Minnesota the other day. They'll have a challenge today, though. They're in Winnipeg to take on the Jets. The Jets are 8-3 on the season.
3:30 start in Nashville. The Predators host the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, Calgary only 2 wins in their first 12 games so far this season, and Nashville comes into the game having lost 3 in a row.
4 p.m. Eastern time start in San Jose, where Brent Burns and the Avalanche in town to take on the Sharks.
Now Natchez spins down low away from Hurdle. Marty Natchez. Drop passes for Burns. Burns scores! Release the hounds! An arse paw, please, for Mr. Burns.
So, note here says that he moves into 5th all-time for game-winning goals by defensemen.
Hasn't always been a defenseman.
He hasn't always been a defenseman. I'd be very curious to see how many goals he scored while as a defenseman. But he came into the league as a kind of a hybrid. He played forward on a lot of nights when he first was in the league. He's been in defense now for the last several years. Not to take anything away from that number, because he's had a fantastic career, but
I wonder if they went through and separated out the ones where he was a forward and scored the game winner. That's our look around the NHL. We'll talk with Marco Sturm next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Next time, do what I do. Just take the train to North Station. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you ride with $10 weekends. So next game, don't be late battling traffic and parking. Ugh. Get tickets with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
Hey guys, it's Greg Bedard. I know you hear a lot of spots about heating, plumbing, and AC here on the station, and it's something you don't need until your system breaks, and then you need it immediately. That's what happened to me, and luckily I called Naturnal Home Services, a locally owned company based right here in Massachusetts. They are there when you need them. They offer Bryant heating and cooling systems, and right now they are offering 0% financing for 60 months on all qualifying purchases of Bryant equipment. So call Naturnal Home Services, there when you need them. Visit naturnalhome.com today.
Hey, it's Hardy. If your attic insulation's outdated, call Revise, a Mass Save partner. They'll do a no-cost home energy assessment, and you could save 75 to 100% on insulation and air sealing. Don't wait. Visit callrevise.com or call 800-885-SAVE.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
Here with Bruins head coach Marco Sturm, coming off the overtime win the other night over Buffalo. Start to finish, what did you think about your team as you built a lead, let it get away, but find a way to get the 2 points?
Yeah, no, those are kind of games you have to win too, right? And that's, for me, I think it's a good sign moving forward that when you're not playing maybe your best, but you still find a way to win.
I know it's not exactly the recipe that you want, maybe giving up 40 shots every night, but Korpisalo said after the game he saw almost all of them, and a lot of it was from the outside. I would imagine that is something that you're happy with.
Yeah, no, and you said it. We never really thought, too many times I would say, we were really, really under pressure. It was a lot of outside shots. I looked at it. The shots who came more on the inner slot, that was just off a few rebounds. We just have to make sure we're better than that, especially tonight. But we in the power play, right? Their power play, we just again, you can't expect to win every night when you take 5 penalties. That's just happened too often. But 5-on-5, it was actually not too bad.
You guys lose Elias Lindholm during that game. He's going to be out for a little while. How do you replace him? Face-offs, production that he's had so far on the power play. There's a lot of elements that have to be filled in there.
Yeah, no, it's hard. I always say you can't really replace the top guys. You really can't. And like you said, it starts with face-offs. We've been a really good face-off team going in, but so it's gonna hurt us. But on the other side, it gives other players opportunities to shine and take on bigger roles, and that's, every team goes through injuries like that, and we've just got to make sure we're going to continue and stick with the plan the way we want to play.
Murat Husnidinov gets the overtime game winner the other night. He had been a healthy scratch earlier this season. Then he's bumped up. He's playing on the top line here in fairly short order. What do you like about his game when he has been in the lineup so far?
No, he just brings a lot of energy. It's just fun to watch. He played center before, so that's why I think he's just a good combination, a little bit with Pasta, and especially hopefully with Geeks too today, that, he brings a little bit of not just the energy, but also he's getting pucks. It doesn't matter if it's the O zone or a D zone. He's a quick guy, and does so far an excellent job. He waited for his opportunities. He worked really hard even when he was out, and that's why I'm very happy about his game.
On the power play without Lindholm, you're going to keep Victor Arvidsson in there?
Yeah. Arvi played in power plays before, but also in with the big boys. Not here, but in the past. So we're very confident that will be good, and it will be very effective with the other guys.
Last couple of games, especially here on home ice, you've paired McAvoy and Zadorov. How do you think that they've done as a unit?
No, really good. Again, I don't know what happened in the past. I know there was always a lot of question marks when those two paired up together, I would say, before me. But I really don't see it. They've been really good. They've been really strong. I think I made it really clear what I expect from them to shut down the big boys from the other teams. And so far, we played some really good teams too with some really good players, and they did an excellent job.
Taking the Ottawa game aside here, over the last week, you guys have won 3 out of 4. What have your thoughts been about your D-zone, neutral zone coverage and how the guys have handled that here? As you've been saying, it's been a work in progress all year.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of times it comes up when you lose, and that's exactly what happened. And but even beside the Ottawa game, maybe in Colorado, they were a different level. But other than that, we were in every game. We could have won every game, but also we end up losing most of them. So it's just, again, the guys feel way more comfortable. Guys have a much better idea now how we think as a coaching staff, and now they just go out and play. So that we're still in that process. Yes, we were winning a couple games now, but it doesn't change. Our mindset still has to be there, like, to get better every day, and especially tonight against a really good team.
Well, let me ask you about Carolina, because they have a way of taking away that comfortable feeling. They play a really aggressive forecheck. How do you guys need to play to handle that today?
Yeah, I think the start. That's for me. It's going to be everything, because they're really good at starting games. They're catching a lot of teams sleeping. They're very good with the lead. So it's hard to come back when we don't, when they have the lead. So what does it mean? Oh, we need to be ready right from the start. This is such an aggressive team. They can't do it for 60 minutes. But if you give them the luxury of being up 2, 3, 4 goals, yeah, they're smart enough to bring it home. So that's going to be the challenge.
Marco, appreciate the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
There's Marco Sturm, Bruins and the Hurricanes, coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBCFM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Media Group Station.
The Buffalo Sabres gave the Bruins all they could handle on Thursday, but in overtime, Hoosty called game. Darlene coming across the Boston line, then he blows a tire. Minton gives over to Husnudinov. 2-on-1 turning into a 3-on-1. Husnudinov right circle. Scores! Marat Husnudinov with the game winner. Bruins 4, Sabres 3. Up next, they welcome in a high-flying Carolina team looking to regain some of their early season consistency. The Bruins and the Hurricanes are coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Cross to Esposito, shot. Cam Neely, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime.
Geeky scores. And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
Backhand into St. Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, TimberTech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score on a penalty track for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Getting ready for the Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. First of 3 meetings between these two teams this year. It's going to be a tough one for the Bruins here today. How do they get it done?
Just be ready for the for what the challenge ahead of you, which is Carolina is going to come, and they're going to come hard. I think from the Bruins standpoint, you try to take advantage of some of their younger defensemen on the back end because of the injuries that they have. And that's an area that you look to exploit, but make no mistake, they're going to come fast, and they're going to be on you quickly. You've got to be ready to skate and move that puck quickly. That, you have a game like Ottawa, it's going to get ugly in a hurry. So I keep referring to that. I don't want to keep referring to that, but those types of games get you in a lot of trouble when you can't move the puck out of your zone.
Today's Keys to the Games brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Face-Off is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Golf Galaxy Performance Center is now open at Wayside. Visit your new #1 golf destination to try the latest clubs from Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist, and Ping. Explore new styles from brands like Travis Matthew, Bad Birdie, and Walter Hagen. Dial in your game with our expert services, including lessons, club repair, and more. Plus, earn points with every purchase when you sign up for Scorecard. Learn more at golfgalaxy.com/Burlington.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Greater Boston. And our more than 100 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
He roofs it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Getting ready for a matinee between the Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. Before puck drop, we go down to ice level and today's national anthem performed by Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with the national anthem this afternoon. We're getting set for the Hurricanes and the Bruins in the opening face-off. We'll take a look at our starting lineups. In goal for Carolina is Frederik Andersen. On defense, the pairing of Mike Riley and Charles Alexis Legault. For the up front is Andrei Svechnikov, Jordan Stahl, and Jordan Martinook. For the Bruins, they'll start Jeremy Swayman in goal, Hampus Lindholm, Andrew Peeke, your defenseman. Up front, Tanner Jeannot, Mark Kastelik, and they're centered by Fraser Minton.
First 5 minutes of today's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Today's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Eric James of Acushnet, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Eric wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins will be going from left to right here in the first period. Black from head to toe. Carolina checking out these third jerseys, I guess these are, with some interesting color combinations. But they get the puck deep into Boston territory as Hampus Lindholm will
I'll just say it right away. They're better than Ottawa's jerseys.
No question about it.
From an announcer standpoint, you can at least see the numbers.
Kastelik nearly got going through neutral ice, knocked away by Svechnikov, who had been upended. It will be played around the far side of the Bruins zone. Hampus Lindholm chips it up the left wing boards. Jeannot trying to move it to Minton, got cut off. It'll come back into Boston territory. Seth Jarvis is in the lineup. Blocked a shot on Thursday off the foot. Did not return to that game. Didn't practice with the team yesterday. Went through a quick skate on his own, but is in the lineup today despite being a game-time decision. He's putting pressure on McAvoy in the Bruins zone here. Zadorov sent it around the far side. It'll come careening through the neutral zone and all the way down behind Anderson for an icing here against the Bruins 56 seconds in.
Well, Jarvis is their leading scorer, goal scorer, 7 goals, 11 points. You start with Aho for the points. He's got 4 game-winning goals.
Yeah. 4
game-winning goals to start this season, so he means a lot. You know, he opened up a lot of eyes in the Four Nations Cup. I think a guy like him and Hagel, for me anyhow, opened up my eyes to see how good they are and how good they both had good seasons last year. But Jarvis he's off to a great start here.
He's had 67 points in each of the last 2 seasons, 30-plus goals in both of those.
We saw him in the playoffs a few years ago. He opened some eyes, but he's really taken another step.
Bruins get the puck deep here. It'll come to Jarvis along the far circle, and then he gives away. Arvidsson, long backhander, comes bouncing into the near side corner. Hurricanes will clear that away. Ehlers throws one across the ice, just out of the reach of Jarvis. Zadorov gets it to Arvidsson. His pass into the middle for McAvoy. Skipped through him, and Charlie has to hustle back to it in the near corner. Sent it behind the net, got through Zadorov. Arvidsson back behind the net. Zadorov's got it this time. Pressured by Jarvis.
He just, you know, Jarvis, one thing against Zadorov, he's not nearly big enough to, you know, Zadorov just kind of shields that puck, and Jarvis can't get to it with the big body.
Jarvis 5'10", 180 pounds, giving up quite a bit of size to the big Russian. On the far side, right in front of the Bruins bench, puck kept alive here by the Hurricanes. Aspero will lift it out towards center ice. Knocked away from Geekie and thrown back into the Bruins zone by Walker. Aspero reversed it around toward the near side. Pasternak trying to get it to Husnudinov, but couldn't get out of the zone. Stahl got it down into the far corner. Aspero played it back up the wall, kept alive, and thrown to the net. Gloved by Swayman, gets the whistle.
Yeah, Bruins having a little trouble getting this puck up and out of the zone here just early on, but that's some of the pressure that Carolina will put on you, and some of it is self-induced. You know, when you don't make a good D-to-D pass behind the net, you've got to try to pull the puck off the kick plate there behind the net. Sometimes that puck's rolling, it's a difficult play when knowing that you're going to be under pressure quickly.
You talked about it. You have to make, quick decisions. Everything's got to be clean.
With and without the puck, though.
Yeah.
The support has to be there.
Taylor Hall got it down toward the end boards. Hampus Lindholm sends it around near side. Mikey Eyssimont near corner. Able to poke it along for Corrali. Out to neutral ice. And here's Johnny Beecher angling one in off the far boards. Right around that far side by Jackson Blake. Corrali near the hash marks. Has it tangled up along the far wall. Squirts free into the corner. Blake sticked it back toward that far side hash marks, and it's Beecher to keep alive. Eyssimont twists into the left wing corner, sends it around behind the net. Peak waiting for it to the right point. Takes a step to his left, fires wide on the short side. Some contact in front there with Eyssimont and Anderson. And the Hurricanes come forward. Down that right wing circle. Peak cancels his man out into the corner. Hall takes a hit from Hampus Lindholm. Beecher backhands one into the middle to Peak. Long pass ahead. Pasternak sneaking up ice, and Chatfield able to get back and started to make the play, and then Pasternak turned and fired, and Anderson forced to make the save.
Strength by Pasternak, staying on his feet that time, fighting off the hit from Chatfield and getting the shot away. Chatfield had him angled. He played him well and then kind of lost his balance. Pasternak bounced off him and got the chance.
Hurricanes whistled for an offside coming forward to the Boston line. .334 gone in this first period. They'll face it off at center ice. Husnudinov centering between Pasternak and Geekie in place of Elias Lindholm. Don't have a full update on Lindholm's injury, but we know he'll be out at least a few weeks. It's McAvoy. Tosses a deflected puck into the Carolina zone. Anderson from the crease shoots it toward the far wall. Held in by Pasternak. Geekie in the far corner against Walker. Swept it along the board.
5 guys all the way, not just on one side of the ice for Carolina, but between the dot and the boards, there's 5 guys over there.
Just a swarm. McAvoy and Pasternak nearly collide out near the Boston blue line. Pasternak clears the puck. Husnudinov up the near side. Gets a stick on it first. And gets it deep in the Carolina zone. Takes a hit and knocked to the ice by Nikishin behind the net.
Big boy. Nikishin.
Comes in wide of Swayman. He'll tee it up at the side of the net here for Jokiharju. Jokiharju went to pivot near the top of the face-off circle, lost his edge, able to recover and get the puck out. But the Hurricanes reload quickly. Oilers fired a shot wide, near sideboards. Jarvis in the corner. Kastelik pushed the puck behind the net, but Hurricanes keep it. Blocked in front here by Kastelik. Jarvis one-timer hit the outside of the net.
Give and go that time. You got a good shot away. Him and Aho. Jarvis.
Razor Minton lifted one in toward Anderson. He stopped it at the side of the net. Oilers along the near side. Turns toward the center of his own blue line. Left wing pass to Jarvis. Across the line they come. Oilers off the drop feed. Gets the shot from the left circle. Smothered by Swayman. No rebound.
Yeah, I mean, the puck was on the half wall in the offensive zone, in Carolina's zone. And they had all 5 guys from the dot to the boards. You know, they outnumber you, and they pressure. And if that puck, if you could rotate it back around the boards all the way out the other way, maybe you get them spread out a little bit, at least for a minute there. I know that the coaches in the past have always talked about, because they're so aggressive, sometimes they'll leave the front of the net exposed.
Played off the near glass out toward neutral ice. Arvidsson gets it into the Carolina zone, but volleyed right back out. Peak will come back just ahead of Taylor Hall. Far corner. Hampus Lindholm got it up the left wing side. Tipped ahead by Zacha. Hurricanes have it back. 5.5 minutes into this first period. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Hurricanes.
Just missed there by Jarvis on the one-timer from the slot.
Bruins get a clear here, but that's going to go too far, and icing the call. Face-off coming back inside the Boston zone. Talked about it during our pregame. The Hurricanes' defensive depth being tested early on here in this season. Just recently, Keandre Miller placed on IR yesterday, didn't make the trip. Gostisbehere out of the lineup. Jacob Slavin out of the lineup. There's a puck poked behind the net here by Kotkaniemi. Knocked away from Mike Riley, who was pinching in. Bruins get it out of the zone. Riley going to dump it back in, and that one skips up over the glass in the near corner, out of play.
You know, they go into the season as one of the favorites. It's like they go into every season recently as one of the favorites here in the East. Knock on them as they can't get over that hurdle of, they get up against a good team, a really good team, day after day after day, or every other day. You're only playing that one team. Maybe the style just doesn't translate well enough.
Off the face-off, Nikishin kept in at the near point, shot it wide of Swayman. Jokiharju in the far corner, tried to wrap it behind the net, got kicked back toward that corner, and now given away, brought back behind the net. Kotkaniemi, Jankowski, Kotkaniemi near side, back to the point, and a drive by Nikishin, gloved by Swayman for the whistle. And we'll take a timeout with 13:43 to play here in the first period. Bruins and Hurricanes are scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Shoresy Fall Classic returns. Join the cast of the hit TV show Shoresy as they take on NHL alumni from the Boston Bruins. December 7th, 3 p.m. at TD Garden. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Coleman!
It's electric!
Call Coleman Electric. We'll yank your old wires, upgrade your panel, recess your lights, and charge up the EV. For any power problem or project, call Coleman Electric, and we'll be at your house in the flick of a switch. And if the switch is broken, we'll be there quicker. Coleman!
It's electric!
Discover the Haven Country Club in Central Mass, the Ridge Club on Cape Cod, and Ipswich Country Club. Enjoy championship golf, racket sports, swimming, dining, and fun for the whole family. Plus access to 150 clubs with X-Life. Visit invitedclubs.com.
Head to the bar at the 99 restaurant this Sunday for game day. Score a 6-pack of bone-in wings for just $5.99 and full-size apps for $6.99. And you've got a chance to win prizes weekly. You gotta love the Nines.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of today's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate Truck Month and hurry in to secure your deal today. Built Ford tough. 13:43 left here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes will come back to TD Garden coming up later this month on November the 17th. Boston's lone trip.
Yeah, not till April.
Down to North Carolina, April the 7th. It comes on the near boards and it'll be swept in deep by Ehlers at the back of the net. Battle between Jarvis and McAvoy. Jarvis pivots back toward the far corner, carries it to the circle, and it back to the point. Shot wide, hits the back of the net. Arvidsson gets it and lobs it out toward neutral ice. Middlestat knocked it out of the air. Just onside McAvoy as they came across the line. Here's Arvidsson stepping in right circle. Shot just missed the net.
That's a good setup. You got the Zaka clearing the way for him, giving him the lane to take that shot. Middlestat stays on sides, makes a nice pass to the trailer. They had 4 guys up on the rush that time.
Bruins got a change here. Ehlers will dump it in from the red line around the far side. Hampus, Geeky in the corner, had his pass blocked by Stahl. He'll rim it around toward the near side. Peak trying to push it up the wall, and that's taken away. Svechnikov sent it across the ice.
He's got to pull it off the wall first, though. If you can make a better pass, he doesn't have to worry about pulling it off the wall. He gets it on his tape, and he's looking up ice instead of looking down at the puck, trying to pull it, trying to get it.
Kusnedinov sends one up the right wing. Pasternak going to chase that toward the corner. Took a heavy hit.
Buried.
As he centered that puck, went all the way through. Stahl in the neutral ice here for Carolina.
He's thrown a couple of big hits to start.
Kusnedinov into the middle here for Pasternak. Takes the shot, and Anderson with the blocker save.
Looked at Geeky, kind of looked him off, and then took that shot, tried to get Anderson leaning.
Jordan Stahl dumps in towards Swayman, who stops it. They're going to whistle that offside. 12:01 to go here in the first.
Yeah, good chance, the best chance that the Bruins have had. And then McKee's going to get hit, right? He's thrown 2 big hits right along the wall here. Nice pass from Kusnedinov. Gets 2 Hurricane players coming at him. Spins and gets this pass in the middle. It creates a quick 2-on-1 between Pasternak and Geeky.
Alexander Nikishin, his first season, coming over from the KHL. 3rd-round pick 5 years ago. As Bruins force Anderson to make a save, and now we get a whistle.
A hand pass, I believe.
Okay, yeah. Hand pass coming into the Bruins zone with 11:45 to go in the period. Nikishin, 6'3", 220-pounder.
He's all of it.
It's been a plus 11 in the first 10 games. Faceoff's going to come just outside the Boston blue line. Hinton gets kicked out. Kastelik will get in there in his place. Kastelik and Jeannot playing on Minton's line today. As Kastelik gets a feed here from Yoki Haru, gets tripped up along the near circle.
So he had a couple bodies in Minton and Jeannot going to the net. He could handle that.
Mike Riley, they'll push out of the Carolina zone. Lobbed in wide of Swayman. Bouncing puck goes around behind the net now to Hall near circle. Pass toward the middle. Turning with it was Blake. Back across to that far side. And a centering pass hit a skate. Blake's got it far circle and shot goes up and over the net. Kastelik backhands it to the blue line and out. Chatfield over to that far side and dumped in. And Jeannot gets into it over by in front of the Carolina bench. A lot of players kind of milling around, shoving each other. Linesman trying to get in the middle of all that as play continues. And lobbed into the Carolina zone, but it's going to be an icing.
What, 3 or 4 icings for the Bruins here in this first 9 minutes or so? As you know, I have a conversation with Taylor Hall. He was just going for a change. He gave a little push, then was going for a change. Trying to knock Hall into the open door. Not a huge line right there between Hall and Stankoven and Blake that was
I'm not sure.
Jeannot.
I was going to say, I'm not sure Jeannot is going to find a dance partner among that group.
Absolutely not.
As the puck deflects across into the Bruins zone here, Asamont. Body in front of Nikishin. Asamont going to lob one back out through neutral. Bouncing, rolling puck, and it is not going to quite make it for icing.
Well, it did, but Walker stopped skating.
Yeah.
So
Walker
waited till the last second to call it off.
Walker behind his net. Hurricanes moving from right to left. Up the right side. That's offside by a mile and brings another stoppage here.
Yeah, it's an afternoon choppy start.
Well, Marco Sturm said the start would be important. Neither team has gotten off to a particularly strong start.
The only good chance that Carolina's had wasn't even a shot. That was one that went wide by Jarvis.
Right.
There really hasn't been anything dangerous. Bruins have had 1 or 2 dangerous chances. They both come off the stick of Pasternak.
We face off. Puck comes down into the Carolina zone.
Well, I mean, Arvidsson had a pretty good look as well, but he fired up over the crossbar.
Lifted up and out of the zone here by Aho. Knocked into the Bruins zone and a chance for Jarvis moving in with the backhand. Swayman stayed with him, forced that puck wide.
That was a bouncing puck that got by Zadorov.
On the near side, circling through the offensive zone here is Ehlers. Now Aho, shot hit the post behind Swayman, ricochets out of play. 9:48 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and Hurricanes here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has made my life so much easier. So has IA. Yep, my independent agent. She's a wizard when it comes to delivering great coverage at a great price. She bundled our home and auto with safety insurance. And with Safety's app that monitors driving habits, we saved even more. AI is great. For insurance, so is real intelligence. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll help you manage life storms.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Bruins fans in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, show your black and gold pride with an official Boston Bruins license plate. Proceeds support local youth hockey programs. Learn more, register today at bostonbruins.com/license plates. Just past the midway point of the first period. Bruins and Hurricanes scoreless here on this Saturday afternoon. Face-off win by Aho for Carolina. Sends one across ice. Knocked away from Jarvis. Zadorov pulls it back toward the corner. And now deals for Arvidsson. Gives it along to McAvoy, breaking out. Up through the left wing side he comes. Across the line. Plays it down the circle. Aho gets back and steers it in behind the net, but taken away. And a centering pass by Zacha was disrupted. Arvidsson knocked off balance along the far side. And a long pass ahead for Jarvis here for Carolina. Top of the circle with his back to the net. Middlestat picks off a pass. Arvidsson goes the other way along with Zacha. Plays it into the Carolina zone. Zacha, centering pass. Arvidsson moving to his right. Had a shot blocked. Came free, and Hampus Lindholm with a shot that hits a leg and goes wide. Hurricanes get it cleared. They'll go for a change with 9 minutes to go in the period. Hampus gives it for Geekie. Tried to get it to the right side for Pasternak, and that was broken up. Martinook chasing Hampus Lindholm back deeper into the Boston zone. Husnudinov a steal out near the blue line. He'll work his way up the left wing side. Try to drop it off in that far circle, and nobody home.
A good burst of speed to beat his man coming down that left wing. Martinook take that puck strong to the front of the net there.
Martinook was trying to find Chatfield going to the net. Bruins lob it out with Pete getting it out of the zone, sent back in on a delayed offside. Right back to Pete near circle. Long pass ahead of Pasternak. Winds, fires from just inside the blue line, and Anderson knocks that down. Taylor Hall will play it off the far boards, and the Hurricanes move out. Lifted deep into Boston territory. Jokiharju goes to stop behind the net. Send it around to the far side. Jeannot wheels into the middle for Minton. Through center ice he comes. Kastelik on the left wing. Throws to the net. Save made. And the rebound got away from Anderson, but the Hurricanes clear it. Jokiharju at his own blue line. Kastelik near side. Chips it right back in deep. Minton goes into the corner, helps keep it loose. Here's Kastelik out in front with a backhander, just missed. Jeannot. Kastelik, and now back to Jokiharju with the right point. He takes a shot, deflected toward the net, comes bouncing over to that far side for Minton. A scramble to the far side of the net. Kastelik banging away at it. Can't get it to go, and Hall will backhand one up the middle, comes bouncing out of the zone.
Yeah, that all happening while one of the Hurricanes had lost their helmet, had to go to the bench.
Jalen Chatfield settles it down here in the Hurricanes' end. Kotkaniemi will play it from neutral ice into Boston territory. Zadorov tried to move it toward the far side, gets deflected up and out of play.
I think you see a couple shifts there with what you can do with some of the regulars that they're missing on defense. I mean, attack them with speed. You know, Minton does on one occasion. You found there's been some open bodies, you know, coming back into the zone. A couple big blocks. Jarvis had one on Lindholm. There was another block in front on Arvidsson. And Anderson with a couple of big saves just with the pads down and a loose puck around him. Nobody knocking anybody down for Carolina down around the net.
Kastelik had 3 or 4 whacks at it there. Hurricanes reload here into the offensive zone. Knocked away from Kotkaniemi, and the Bruins break out. So Beecher chipped it in past Chatfield. Goes in after it hard along the end boards against Nystrom. Around the near side boards, it's McAvoy. Holding into the line. Corrali back to McAvoy. Center blue line one-timer. Gets blocked in front. Kotkaniemi going to carry it toward the Boston zone. He's by himself. His line was changing. He goes down against Zadorov. They're going to call Zadorov for a hold.
It's just a free hand knocking a guy down. He played him well there, and it's a stronger guy getting a penalty. He doesn't grab him. He uses his free hand and
just
plants it on his chest. We used to see guys like Subban used to do that all the time. It's a clean play. It's not a hold. Pushes him down.
Yeah, he doesn't grab him. He puts his hand on his shoulder and gives him a shove.
Totally agree. It's a stronger guy getting a penalty.
So 6:29 to go in the first. Carolina will get the first power play of the game. They are 32nd out of 32 teams so far this season on the power play. Just 9.7%. 3 goals on 31 chances. Off the face-off, puck comes loose out toward the blue line. Kastelik's going to take it away, and he's off to the races. Kastelik moving in, backhander. Anderson stones him.
had some of the best chances this period for the Bruins, hasn't he? The last shift and then the breakaway there.
Hurricanes will move forward here. Aho carrying it into the zone, and delayed whistle, but they get it right. It's offside.
Yeah, it's hockey season. It's a perfect time to get a high-efficiency peerless boiler. Get ready and start saving now. Find the peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers are the world's best built boilers.
Looked like there was a little, as Kastelik got that steal, a little miscommunication between Walker and Svechnikov out near the blue line.
Normally would be Gostisbehere spot.
Right. Gostisbehere missing his 5th of the last 6 games. At a lower body injury, came back for a game, but then got injured again. Hurricanes getting reset in their own zone here. 1:20 to go in the Zadorov penalty. Long pass up the far side. Jarvis carrying down the right circle. Took the shot. Save made Swayman. Rebound, peaked behind the net for Aspero, and it'll get shot all the way down here by Jeannot. Anderson handles it in the near face-off circle and gives it off there for Nikishin. Minute to go in the Hurricanes power play. Hall bringing through neutral ice. Dumps it in. Swayman stopped it behind the net. Shoots it around the far glass. Got through Blake, but held in by Nikishin. Back around the boards it comes. Into the near corner. Nadeau down there trying to dig it free. Aspero has it held up against the boards here. Now it'll come free to Hall. Right out in front. Blake. Point blank. Swayman with the stop. Covers it up.
So you've got 3 guys in that scrum, 3 Bruins players in that scrum. And your safety valve is playing a little off, but they got all 4 actually caught down there and nobody in front. There has to be one guy. There has to be a safety valve. Whoever's not involved in that scrum, and that's the case, it was probably Beecher, needs to be the valve in the middle of the ice, protecting the middle. It can't be up the boards. Because you had Zacha jumping down there as well, so you had all 4 guys in that scrum, and as soon as the puck comes free, it's a great chance.
Off this face-off, Hurricanes with 23 seconds to go on the power play. Shot wide by Stankovic.
Left wide open in the slot that time.
Turning up ice. Nikishin going to carry to the Boston zone. Chips into the corner. Hampus Lindholm on the end boards. Gets it back toward the near side. Kastelik will send it all the way down. That'll do it for the Zadorov penalty. So a couple of anxious moments with the Bruins kill off their first. 4:25 to go here in the first period. We're still scoreless. Jump in from center ice by Nystrom. Around the far side wall. Usnadinov gets to a loose puck. Can't get it cleared. Chatfield, top of the left circle. Try to get it in front off of Geeky's stick, which broke, but puck goes out of play. And we'll take a timeout with 4:07 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and Hurricanes on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
Feeding the Puck for Families is proudly presented by the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation. With every assist, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Electrical contractors, do you travel to job sites every morning wondering when your materials will arrive? Granite City Electric Supply can change that feeling and have your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery guaranteed by 6 a.m. to most job sites throughout New England. Or pick up at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations, providing convenient 24/7 access to materials for pickup on your schedule. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Score a hat trick with Avidia Bank's free checking. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Enjoy free ATMs through the Sum and All Point networks. And never get blindsided by minimum balance requirements or monthly fees. That's a win for your wallet, hockey fans. Visit AvidiaBank.com. Avidia Bank. Honest to goodness. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
4:07 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and Hurricanes. Carolina, a couple of good opportunities on the power play, but Boston able to get the kill and keep this game scoreless.
Yeah, a couple. I mean, one of them certainly was a breakdown. The other one, they didn't close quick enough, and that was a good chance for the slot. So, a couple real good looks. Blake had the best one.
Swayman able to make the save on that as puck is cleared here by Peak. It's tipped coming through neutral ice. Beecher's in behind the defense in the far corner. Corrali comes in there as well. Bats it on the far wall. Hurricanes will clear it as it comes across the ice. Peak in the neutral zone to Asamon. Corrali kicks it onto his stick. Wheels it toward the far side. Angles off the boards right to Asamon for a shot from the top of the left circle. Anderson makes the stick save. Off the far wall, it'll come back to Hampus Lindholm. Now Peak, near side point. Shot gets blocked in front.
Good battle won by Corrali.
Corrali on the far boards. Gets it to the back of the net. Asamon takes a hit back there from Chatfield. Around the near side at the face-off circle. Asamon got it loose. Here's Hampus Lindholm walking it toward the high slot. Try to pass it on that left side for McAvoy, who was just coming on.
He didn't have anybody in front at first, so he's trying to create some time for somebody to get there, and then change his mind and try to make that pass over to McAvoy.
Hurricanes with possession in their own zone. Ehlers got it along here for Aho. Back to Ehlers and into the Boston zone. Puck came ricocheting off a skate back to him and got it shot through on to Swayman's pad. Jarvis sends it back for Nikishin. The back of the net. Aho out in front. Jarvis. That shot blocked. Nikishin from the left point throws a long one into the glove of Jeremy Swayman, and he hangs on to it with 2:37 to play in this first period.
Yeah, watching, kind of keying on Husadinov, defensive zone. Nice job keeping Kotkaniemi from getting to the front of the net that time. It gives a clear line of sight for Swayman to make that save. Not a big guy, but he's got that energy level, good motor. Made a nice pass earlier to Pasternak for a chance.
Face-off win here by Zacha, but kept alive at the point for the Hurricanes by Riley. Back of the net, Jokiharju got turned around and a chance right in front. Swayman made another big stop. Riley at the left point, throws it wide off the backboards. Aspero to Middlestad. He'll swing it out of the zone. Riley at center ice, able to tap it right back forward. It'll come back toward him, and he chases it down in the Hurricanes' end. Few point-blank chances that Swayman has had to stop here in the first period. He has been sharp. Down the near side of the Bruins zone. Arvidsson, deflected puck came to Zacha. Can't get it moving. Thrown back deep again by Jankowski. Now volleyed back out to center ice by Jokiharju. Over Chatfield's head and all the way back into the Carolina zone. Both teams getting changes done. Minute 40 to play in the period. Chatfield, pass up the far side, redirected deep by Blake. Swayman, Peak. And it's squeezed against the boards by Stankoven. They battle. Far circle. Puck comes free to Jeannot, and he'll lift it over Chatfield's head. Bouncing, rolling puck. Kastelik on his horse. He's had a heck of a first period so far, and he's able to keep that puck free as Minton gets in there. Kastelik at the back of the net. Off to the far side for Lindholm at the point. Rolled over his stick. Keeps it alive. To the back of the net for Jeannot. Peak. His shot. Ricocheted off Blake. Kastelik from the far circle turns and fires. Glove stop by Anderson with exactly a minute to go in the period.
Yeah, sometimes if you can't make that good pass, first pass out of the zone, it's the high flip and get into a foot race. And that time Kastelik's going to be first on it. Bruins have been pretty effective at that. Jankowski separating Jokiharju from the puck behind the net and centering that puck from NATO. Out of University of Maine. He's a heck of a player for them.
First-round pick in 2023 for the Hurricanes. His second pro season.
Playoff run with them last year, I believe,
Yeah, spent most of the season in the American Hockey League. A couple of regular season games up, but off the face-off, battle for it in the far circle. Hurricanes will win it, and they will ice it if McAvoy gets back in time, and he does.
Well, he had to get himself in front of Svechnikov to do that. Svechnikov had a good head of steam coming.
Face-off will be in the offensive zone here. Inside of the final minute of this first period. They're going to have Geekie take it. Pasternak standing at the top of the face-off circle. And off the draw, Jordan Stahl able to win it back between his legs, and the Hurricanes will push it down ice. This one won't make it far enough for icing. McAvoy turning in the near circle. Lifted up off the glass, out just outside the blue line. Stahl was down on all fours.
High stick there from Geekie, maybe?
Yeah, they were a little slow in getting up. Stahl back on his feet, takes a shoulder and runs into Geekie. 20 seconds to go here in the period. And back deep into Boston territory it comes. Zadorov from in front of his own net. Up the right wing, Pasternak. Carries to the attacking blue line. Chips it down the wall. Thrown back around to the far side by Walker. 4 seconds to go in the period. Hurricanes for a last-minute dash. And they're going to run out of time before they get a shot off. Is that one?
I don't know.
Uncorked right at the horn. And that'll do it for the first period. So neither team able to find the back of the net. Hurricanes had one power play chance, the only one of that first period. But we are scoreless through 20 minutes here at TD Garden. And we'll be back with our first intermission on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support first responders. This season, our 73 Reasons campaign is giving back over $250,000 to protect those who protect us. Join thousands making a difference today at servicecu.org.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
Hey, it's Corey Wade, Regional Project Director at Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. If you experience a large-scale property loss, Blue Sky is the only company you need. We coordinate the work of building and environmental consultants, architects, and engineers so you don't have to. At Blue Sky, we have a unique workflow which emphasizes timelines, communication, and project information so you're never left wondering what's next. So when disaster strikes your property, don't panic. Just visit goblusky.com and we'll take it from there. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
NHL fans, get yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Colonials, capes, and Victorians.
high-rises, townhomes, and triple-deckers. No matter the kind of place you live in, it's your home. That's why at National Grid, we offer energy-saving programs and bill management solutions to help keep it more comfortable and efficient, from home energy assessments to rebates, plus guidance throughout the process. We're here for your home every step of the way. Visit ngrid.com/here4you to learn more. National Grid is a proud sponsor of Mass Save.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Hurricanes played a scoreless first period. Shots were 10-9 in favor of Boston through the first 20 minutes. Well, on a Saturday afternoon, time to take a look back at the week around the NHL. A busy week featuring OTs galore. NHL's Frozen Frenzy made its return. John Tavares with his 500th career goal. Connor Bedard tallied his first career hat trick. Here are your NHL plays of the week.
Going hard to the net is Thompson. A shot. It comes in front of the goal. Oh, and mishandling it there was Owen Power. The Leafs trying to get it ahead. Tavares has a breakaway. He's in a goal. Score! Holy mackerel! Johnny Toretto wins the game in overtime.
Gives it off to Natchez at the Devils' blue line. McKinnon accepts the pass in the center circle. Pushes across, bursts of speed. Can't get around Pratt, who stripped him of the puck. Pratt gives it to Hamilton. Quickly ahead to Jack. Across the line. Jack chops it off for Pratt. Nemitz joins the attack. Here's Jack with the pass. Makes a move between the circles. Has it on the backhand. Sends it wide.
Oh, that's too bad, Matty. What a move.
Here we go. Here's Nemitz in front for Jack. Takes his time. Shot, scores! Jack Hughes misses the opportunity first time, not the second. It's an overtime game winner as the Devils win their 8th straight game. They win 4-3.
Theodore on the left side of the red line is checked by Hagel. Hagel trying to force a steal, but the puck came right to Brett Howden. Howden across the lightning line, right circle Theodore. Theodore is checked by Hagel. 2-on-1 the other way. Kucherov and Hagel. Kucherov in the left wing. Cross the blue line left circle. Right circle Hagel. Back for Kucherov. Score! Kucherov! Kucherov! He wins it for the Lightning in overtime! He had the goal taken away in the third, but he wins it in OT!
Now Rossi. Now to Boldy. Boldy shoots off the goal post. And it ricochets out of the zone. Can the Sharks get off the ice and get somebody fresh on? Minnesota moves in with Boldy. Only 2 Sharks on the ice. A little drop pass and a save by Askarov. Taking it back to Celebrini. He's the new guy. He's got a semi-breakaway. Here's Celebrini. He scores! Macklin Celebrini just won it for the Sharks in overtime. Oh my goodness, what a finish. The Sharks get a 6-5 victory.
Sherwood, top of the left circle. Cutting to the slot. Pushed back by Mangiapane. Now Sherwood carries down the wall and leaves for Connor Garland. Garland, top of the zone. For Besser, left point. Long wrist shot. Tip, they score! Kiefer Sherwood! It's his second of the game and team leading 6th of the season.
Here goes Miles Wood up the left wing side. He'll carry it to the Buffalo zone. It bounced on him. He's trying to get it settled down. He can't until he gets to the near wall. Now he'll just scoop it for Lundestrom. Left side, Werenski put it in front. And they score! Miles Wood gets it again. Jams it up underneath the crossbar. And the Blue Jackets prevail. And I got 2 words for you. Game over.
3-on-3, Morrissey at center ice. Dropped it for Shifley. Shifley high slot. Coming down Main Street. Connor shoots. Score! Kyle Connett will winner in overtime. Winnipeg, a 4-3 victory.
Now off the draw. Should they score? Bedard! Hat trick for Connor Bedard, the first of his National Hockey League career. He scored his first NHL goal against Linus Ullmark, and here tonight he's got 3 more as the Hats rain down here at the United Center.
Turnover here. Drop pass. Olofsson!
Yeah! Through the chapeau! He is officially Victor Olofsson! A hat trick for the first time He makes it 8-4 Avalanche with 2:22 to go in the third period.
The center, he'll drop it back. Suzuki opts to leave it for Caulfield. In on the far side, Caulfield dancing in toward the net, tries to jam it home, and he scores! Cole Caulfield finds a non-existent hole, opens it up and stuffs it in to give Montreal the overtime win and takes the all-time franchise lead in overtime winners for the Canadiens.
In on goal and a shot, and Tavares has scored. John Tavares coming in off the right, or off the left wing, got a pass. His 500th goal is not going to be celebrated with any enthusiasm, but what a remarkable career this young man has had as John Tavares scores for the Maple Leafs to 500 career goals.
Rangers keeping possession. Miller on the reload, beats to the outside on Draisaitl on his backhand, darts to the forehand, scores! The captain delivers in overtime.
Minton gives over to Husnudinov. 2-on-1 turning into a 3-on-1. Husnudinov right circle. Scores! Marat Husnudinov with the game winner. Bruins 4, Sabres 3. Marat Husnudinov's overtime game winner from Thursday, wrapping up our NHL plays of the week. Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes scoreless through 20 minutes here at TD Garden. We will check the out-of-town scores and schedule next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Stock up for your Halloween party with Modelo, brewed for the full-time fans. Grab your Modelo at Cappy's Fine Wine and Spirits. 11 locations across Massachusetts. Find the closest one at Cappys.com. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Doors creaking, windows sticking? Might be time to look at your foundation. Foundation issues can cause more than just cracks. They can affect the interior of your home. At Ramjack New England, they've been getting dirty and fixing foundations, sidewalks, and more since 2015. Trust the local experts and whack the crack with Ramjack. Ramjack.com.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZFM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Bruins and Hurricanes scoreless after one period here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the other action from around the NHL. All of it coming up later today. A 3 o'clock Eastern Time face-off out in Winnipeg with a couple of teams that have already amassed 8 wins this year. Winnipeg Jets 8-3 hosting the surprising Pittsburgh Penguins 8-2 on the season. It's a 3:30 face-off in Nashville where the Predators host the Calgary Flames. Calgary's gotten off to a really slow start, just 2-8-2 on the season. A 4 o'clock start out in San Jose with the Sharks hosting the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche have played 12 games. Their only regulation loss was here at TD Garden against the Bruins. They're 7-1-4 so far. Florida Panthers on home ice tonight. 6 o'clock start as they take on the Dallas Stars in what should be a pretty good one. Buffalo Sabres host the Capitals tonight. That's a 7 o'clock face-off. Also 7 o'clock starts in Montreal. The Canadiens and the Ottawa Senators will do battle. Toronto Maple Leafs are in Philadelphia tonight to take on the Flyers. St. Louis Blues have really been struggling of late defensively. They are on the road tonight to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. It is 7 o'clock face-off. Vancouver will visit Minnesota tonight at 7 o'clock as well. And then the late starts out west. LA Kings hosting the New Jersey Devils at 9 o'clock. Devils are 8-3 on the season so far. Chicago visits Edmonton tonight. That's a 10 o'clock face-off. And also at 10 o'clock, the New York Rangers, who are back to 500, will take on the 5-2-3 Seattle Kraken. No score between the Bruins and Hurricanes after 1. We'll have the second period coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
It top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Layer on the flavor with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your Boston area Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Hurricanes played a scoreless first period. We're joined downstairs by Johnny Beecher, who gets back into the lineup today. Johnny, first off, let's talk about Carolina Hurricanes and the pressure that they put on you, really at both ends of the ice. How difficult is it to deal with them taking away time and space?
Yeah, I mean, it's just something you have to be prepared for. Before you get the puck, you got to know, where you're going to go with it. And, coming in, we know that they're going to be pinching hard on the boards in the D zone, and then, in the neutral zone as well. And then, in the offensive side of things, they do a good job of man-to-man. So, I think it's just a matter of, separating yourself from the puck and, like I said, just making sure you know where that next play is before it gets there.
You've been in and out of the lineup in the early part of this season. As you get back in today, what's the message from Marco Sturm and what's your main focus?
I think it's just, use my speed, take care of the details in the D zone, things like, PK, D zone shifts. That's been, my identity in this league so far, and it needs to continue to be. And then, like I said, just using my speed. If you get a chance, then, try and burn a D wide or put it around him and go get it. So, feel like, my line was able to do a good job of that in the first, and just got to keep it going.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Of course, thanks, guys.
Thanks to Johnny Beecher for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
I think both teams actually able to generate some pretty good opportunities.
Kaslik breakaway. Pasternak a couple good chances. You had that flurry down around the front of the net that Freddie Anderson keeps the puck out. And then down the other end, there was certainly some good chances. There was a point-blank chance off a pass from behind the net. Jarvis with the breakaway. Blake with a great opportunity. So I think that's somewhere the Bruins can kind of excel, especially against this depleted defense core that Carolina has.
Shots were 11-9 in favor of the Bruins in the first 20 minutes. Puck gets volleyed through neutral ice. Bruins' Mark Kastelik had 3 shots and 3 more attempts in that first period.
Yeah, that's a good jump.
He plays the puck into the Carolina zone
Short-handed
here.
breakaway.
Cleared back down deep into Boston territory. Peak able to seal his man off. On the near side, it was Stahl. Stahl now ends up back with a puck. And it comes free, and Peak will play it toward the back of the net. Kastelik in the far corner. Lifts it out towards center ice. Bouncing puck comes down toward Janot and Legault. And it is Minton to get it deep. Kastelik goes into the far corner to get it. Slams on the brakes. And gets it back around to Zacha. And the centering pass for Kastelik. He was on his way.
Right in the triangle, right in between the stick and the stick blade. Or, excuse me, skate and the stick blade.
He headed off on a change. Puck comes deep into Boston territory. McAvoy has it kicked back in behind the net. Casey Middlestat able to drag it around a couple of Hurricanes. Carry out. Gives to McAvoy coming through neutral ice. Kicked it onto his stick. Now Arvidsson along the far side circle trying to shield the puck.
Than the other one. They call it.
They got it. Arm is in the air. Bruins will get the extra skater on as Swayman goes to the bench.
Arvidsson does a nice job protecting the puck and leaning into that free arm.
Zadorov circles back from his own blue line away from Aho. Comes in front of the empty net here. Out of the far corner. Hesitates. Now moves it up the left side. Misses Yoki Haru, and that'll be whistled down. So the Bruins will go to the power play. But they'll do so after an icing.
He settled it down. He does the right thing. But then you try to make a hard pass through 3 people, and it goes all the way down for icing. So instead of having the face-off in the offensive zone, is it still going to be in the offensive zone? It is.
It looks like it. Yeah.
I wasn't sure about that if they would bring it outside. And I think that's what
Hurricanes are questioning.
Hurricanes are asking right now. Shouldn't this face-off be outside the zone?
So they will get the power play chance here. Ehlers goes off to the box. 18-17 to go, second period. First power play of the game for the Bruins. They've gone 3 for 8 over their last 2 games and weren't quite set. The horn blew as they tried to drop the puck there.
Well, it still says 2 minutes up on the penalty, so.
Referee Dan O'Rourke went over and talked to the official scorers. Now skates over to talk with Rod Brindamore over on the Hurricanes bench. Brindamore looks confused.
Certainly a long explanation being given to him. I don't know. They have the wrong player in the box.
That's what I'm thinking. Jarvis is coming over the boards. It was 24, not 27. Wow. So Ehlers goes back over to the bench. Jarvis comes across and goes into the penalty box.
Oh, looks like a good laugh about it over on the Carolina bench right now.
So they get ready for the face-off.
Not Brindamore, but
yeah. Puck gets cleared out by Chatfield all the way down towards Swayman. So Victor Arvidsson gets a spot on this top power play unit with Elias Lindholm out of the lineup. Zacha angles one up the left side, and that one gets through Martinook and Pasternak and winds up in icing.
Obviously trying something a little bit different. You know, get that puck, if it's tipped into the zone, or go wrap around and be the first guy on it on the other side, but it was not executed very well. You don't want to be predictable, so you try some different things, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
That one didn't look good.
Well, and we have seen at times teams try to jump. They run that delay play coming out of the defensive zone. Teams try to jump it.
But we've also seen, in the past where you pound the puck hard off the wall so that it comes out and you got maybe a Pasternak flying into the zone.
Here comes Arvidsson up the right side on a feed from Zaka, and as he tried to play it around the boards, it tips up and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Carolina zone. A minute 33 left on this power play, and they haven't gotten a chance to get set up yet. With a face-off of the far circle down to our left, Geekie will take this one. And he's able to win it from Stahl. Gets it back to McAvoy at the right point. Zaka, quick pass in front, and Arvidsson just missed.
That's better. So McAvoy smartly bypasses the half wall and goes straight down to Zaka, who's on the goal line for that quick pass to Arvidsson.
McAvoy gives it to Zaka coming out of the zone. Now Arvidsson back to Zaka, carries in. Pasternak just inside the blue line near side.
There's the pressure.
Zaka. Oh, they are able to keep it alive. McAvoy, we've got a hurricane down in the near circle as Pasternak hits it down low to Arvidsson. Around behind the net. Martinook is back to his skates. McAvoy, Geekie tried to get it to Arvidsson in the slot. Deflected. Pasternak settles it. Arvidsson top of the near circle. He'll backhand it down low to Zaka. Keeps it moving around the far side. 45 to go in the power play. Pasternak, deflected puck comes across the ice. And a chance to clear for Walker, and he does.
They do two things really well that time. They bypassed the half wall and went straight down to the goal line. That was a good pass from McAvoy. And they got that puck into the bumper, which was a shot. Arvidsson missed the net, unfortunately. The other one is you have to use that middle of the ice because they do get so aggressive along the walls.
Pinned by Jokiharju. It'll come back to him in that far corner as he was locked up against Nystrom. 15 to go on the power play. Puck cut through Middlestat, comes in behind the net. Near side, Hampus Lindholm pinching down to the hash marks, able to win it. Steps in behind the net, try to backhand in front, cut off there by Chatfield, and it'll be cleared out. And that'll do it for the Bruins' first power play of the game. So each team 0 for 1. No score, 16-13 to go here in the second. Jokiharju with a pass through neutral ice to Beecher. Deep it goes into the Hurricanes' end. Backhanded around behind the net by Legault. Beecher regains out in the neutral ice. Zadorov passes ahead of the blue line. Asamont, and
it was offsides anyhow, but
he had Corrali coming down that right side.
Yeah, I think Corrali jumped, but the pass got picked out of the air regardless.
Move the face-off back out into the neutral ice. Got Peak and Aspero as the deep pair here with Corrali, Beecher, and Asamon up front. Hurricanes control the face-off. Tip deep by Nadeau into the Bruins zone. Comes behind the net. Corrali with the puck on his stick. Backhands it toward the far side. Batted out of the air. Right back toward Peak from the end wall. Pass out toward neutral ice. Asamon has a kick back into the zone by Mike Riley, former Bruin. Peak behind the net. Aspero hammers it around the near boards. Beecher and then at the blue line. Try it off the far side. Peak's pass picked off by Riley near the red line. It'll come across the ice toward the near side. Dump in by Legault. Peak back around toward the near side for Aspero. Asamont will drop it back to him as we approach 5 minutes into this second period. Long pass up the left side. Asamont got a piece of it. Anderson comes out behind the Hurricanes net to play it. Walker. Pass up the right side. Ehlers across the line. Moving toward the high slot. Throws in front. Looking for Aho. Blocked off there, and Minton will play it up and out. Keeshan. Over to Walker. Here's Jarvis near the Boston line. Pass comes across the ice for Aho just inside the line. And he sends a floater down into the corner at the back of the net. Zadorov gets a bump on Jarvis. Chases the puck far side. Jarvis returns the favor. From the far point, it's thrown back toward the net. Swayman paddles that aside. Walker into the near corner. Pastelik takes it back behind the net. Janot turns away from Jarvis. Zadorov, long pass up the left side. Here's Minton. Pulls up at the top of the face-off circle. Hands off to a cutting Kastelik. Going around behind the net. Dealt it off for Geekie and a one-timer that sailed wide. Hampus Lindholm with a shot from the near point, and that's gloved by Anderson for the whistle. 6:01 gone by here in the second period. Bruins nothing. Hurricanes nothing. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Head to the bar at the 99 restaurant this Sunday for game day. Score a six-pack of bone-in wings for just $5.99 and full-size apps for $6.99. And you've got a chance to win prizes weekly. You gotta love the nines.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The three-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Is there a right way to prep for my future?
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
Is cash still king? If money talks, what's it say to me?
Can I become king of the hill in Beacon Hill?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
This November, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest for 5 years. But you have to hurry, the sale ends soon. So, schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Fans, join the Boston Bruins Foundation for the 10th annual Be Fit Challenge, powered by National Grid. Walk, run, or step at TD Garden January 25th to raise funds for first responder and military charities. All fitness levels are welcome. Register now at bostonbruins.com/BeFit. 13:59 left, second period. No score, Bruins and Hurricanes. And a face-off in the offensive zone for Fraser Minton. Hurricanes able to break out. Through the neutral ice they come. Svechnikov tried to backhand it deep. Going back out toward the neutral zone, and Stahl will dump it back in. Jordan Stahl in his 20th season, 14th in Carolina. He has almost caught his brother Eric for second most games in a Hurricanes/Whalers uniform. There's a takeaway at the blue line by Hampus Lindholm. Jeannot will tap one forward. Stahl takes a bump from Jeannot to move it around the near side. Minton backhands one around the net to the far side. Collision as the puck jumped into the air. Kastelik keeping it alive over there along with Aspero. Back to Minton, who's out near the blue line. His shot hits the back glass. Geekie provides pressure behind the Hurricane net. Martinook able to play it through Jokiharju and out. Pasternak back at his own blue line. Off to the far side for Busnadinov. Couldn't get it in. It'll come back toward the near side corner of the Bruins zone, and Aspero. Jokiharju plays it out to the blue line. Glove down by Blake. A giveaway. Stepping in. Far circle. Save made by Swayman. Off to the far point now, Nikishin. Nikishin pivots with a puck to his backhand. Tried to get it to Blake. Got through him, but Stankoven brings it out of the far corner. Lost it in behind the net. Jokiharju to the near side for Geekie. Forced back and sends it across ice to the far side. Ricocheted off the far boards away from Aspero. And now Blake moving behind the net to the near side, and a shot by Stankoven. Kicked off into the near corner off the deflection.
That all started with the giveaway. I mean, full possession of the puck. Try to make a flip up the middle, and it's just picked off. And Jokiharju's had a couple of those today.
Zadorov put a shoulder into Stankoven. Puck comes deep. Arvidsson
tied up with the referee.
That's what I was wondering, if they just misfired on that or if it hit the ref in the corner.
He got tied up, the body got tied up with it.
Puck is cleared out toward center ice here. Ehlers is back to play. 11:40 to go in the second. We go. Got it to Ehlers, and deep it comes into the Bruins zone. Ehlers with a full head of steam. Gets to it first. Aho Gets it back to Legault at the right point. His shot looked to be going wide. Swayman reaches out with a glove and gets it.
Most of this period, Swayman hasn't had to make too many saves, but that last shift they got stuck in their own zone because of a bad turnover. You know, they attempted pass up the middle to Husadinov. You got full control of the puck and under really no pressure. Token pressure. There's some coming, but the high flip has worked for them. When you don't have a play, the high flip has worked for them, but you got to make a better play than that. Now you're back on your heels again. Second period, long change. You can't get out of the zone.
Zacha against Jarvis on the faceoff. One back to Legault. His shot turned away with a blocker. Arvidsson with a lane up the right wing side. Pass into the middle looking for Zacha. Was knocked away by Legault. McAvoy deflected puck. Settled down by Middlestat. Turned and fired just wide of Anderson. Jarvis bringing through neutral ice. Takes the shoulder from McAvoy but gets the puck deep. Toward the near side. Nystrom gave it up and got it back from Aho. Puck gets deflected by Zacha. Goes up and over the net. Zadorov at the back of the net, turns away from Aho. Near side, McAvoy waiting for it at the hash marks. Backhand to the blue line. Oh, that came out of the zone. There's no way this counts as a shot by Kotkaniemi gets blocked in front of Swayman. Zadorov puts his hip into him. McAvoy will hammer it around the far boards. Chatfield kept in. McAvoy will get it out of the zone, so no worry about that offside now.
We saw the same thing.
Yep. Middlestat from the red line. The linesman had been kind of pushed away from the blue line, who was trying to make that call. 10-13 to go here in the second period. Still scoreless. Hurricanes moving from left to right. Will dump it in, courtesy of Nystrom. Back to the back of the net and going to that far circle. Shot goes wide from a tight angle.
Jankowski will pick the pocket down low for that chance.
Hampus Lindholm, outlet, doesn't connect. Mike Riley back onto it for Carolina. Pass up the middle of the neutral zone. Hall, right side, Jankowski, trying to get it back to Hall. And Peak put a body on him. Jankowski out near the blue line. Hall, quick pass to Blake. Shot blocked in front by Peak, and he'll send it high and out through the neutral zone.
Not credited with a shot yet here in this period. There's one that floated in from the point that must have deemed it going wide. A lot of this play's been down in Boston's zone. It hasn't been a siege against Swayman, but they kept most of it on the outside.
Here's Husnadinov feeding one forward to Pasternak. Pulls up high slot, turnaround shot, saved by Anderson. And it'll be cleared up off the near boards and out.
Best chances have been by Pasternak and Kastelik. Janot had a whack there in that flurry that they had around the front of the net.
Hankoven gets it into the middle, and a long shot by Nikishin is handled by Swayman, and he'll hang on to get a face-off when we come back with 8:55 to go here in the second period. It's the Bruins and Hurricanes, still scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
So I'm running late for a hugely important meeting. Of course, traffic is bad. And then I got rear-ended. The timing was inconvenient. But I have to say, safety insurance made the claims process unbelievably convenient. I simply uploaded pics of my car. The claims adjuster sent me back an estimate. I even got the money to cover the repair digitally. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms conveniently.
And what a hit.
That's what checking used to mean to me. I'm Patrice Bergeron, and since I partnered with Avidia Bank, checking means so much more. Avidia Bank offers a variety of checking accounts with something for everyone, from free checking to premier checking with added benefits. Not only does Avidia Bank provide the services you need, they also give back to their community. Learn more about them today at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
The Bruins Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
8:55 left here in the second period. Bruins and Hurricanes are scoreless. Bruins will have a couple of days off after this one. Play on Tuesday night down on Long Island. We're returning home for a Thursday matchup against the Senators. Bruins' 14th game of the season, most of any team in the NHL. As Kastelik angles one off the far boards. It'll be kept in by Chatfield. Skates it in the left wing corner. They work it back to the point. Eastrom threw one toward the net. Come back toward him at the near point. Shot blocked by Jeannot, but it broke his stick. On the near side, Jeannot, it's a body on Nystrom, and Kastelik able to reach out, poke that puck out to neutral ice. Jeannot sprinting to the bench to grab a new stick and actually will get replaced. And the puck sent back into the Boston zone, but
pretty good
icing
by Martin up there on Hampus Lindholm. Pete came over, gave him a couple good quick cross checks. But a clean hit. One of the old school scouts up here between periods asked me, is anybody going to go after that Nikishin? I know, pretty clean hits, but
he's throwing his weight around a little bit.
Twice.
Yeah. It's interesting to hear some of the comments from Zadorov after the game against Buffalo the other night about Greenway. He said, last year I had a clean hit against one of their top guys, and I gave him a fight. He didn't want to do the same thing for me after, he knocked Lindholm out of the game.
Yeah, and there was nothing malicious about that hit. I thought they were going after him a little bit earlier for what he did to St. Lindholm down around the front of the net after a whistle there. But
yeah,
that's what started the whole thing. And then he hits him in the middle of the ice. And it was not a malicious hit by any means. But I see what he's saying. It was actually it was Tage Thompson that Zadorov hit last year. It was a good hit coming across the middle of the ice.
There's Zadorov near the blue line. Forced out of the zone by Aho, but sends it right back in. Bruins tag up. 7:40 to go in the second. Taylor's going to bring it ahead to the Boston line. Looking for some space. Sends him to the right corner. Missed Aho. Zadorov hammers it around the far glass, and it will ricochet out of the zone. Anderson comes out toward the far circle to set it up. Walker from between the circles. Skates it to his own blue line. Pass off to the left. Carried through the neutral zone and down the left wing circle. Nikishin. First off along the side of the net. Middlestat tried to backhand it near side. Knocked back toward the net by Ehlers and covered up by Swayman.
Fans, score a hat trick with Avidia Bank's free checking. Get your paycheck up to 2 days early. Enjoy free ATMs through the Sum and All Point networks and no minimum balance or monthly fees. Visit avidiabank.com for details. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member PIF.
7:04 left here in the second at TD Garden. Still no goals on the board. Off the face-off, Blake and Jokiharju in the near corner battling for possession. Middlestat kicks it loose. Zacha to Arvidsson, trying to other one ahead for Zacha. Arvidsson able to steal it back, though, and now Middlestat along the near side circle. Turns with it. Jokiharju, one touch across, and here's Arvidsson. Couldn't get that puck to settle down.
Zacha passed up an opportunity to take that shot, tried to make the perfect play there over to Arvidsson. Just wasn't where he needed to be to get that shot away.
Free puck around the far side of the Bruins zone. Chatfield, who had just come on from the bench, plays it down toward the corner. Aspero takes one away near the side of the net and pushes it out toward neutral ice. Able to keep it moving past Chatfield. Middlestat, far circle, pulls up in the corner, dealt it back off. Corrali shoots and hit the post.
Each team's hit a post here today. Should be an icing.
And it won't quite make it to the goal line.
Slow down.
Little backspin on that one. As Hampus Lindholm dumps back into the Carolina zone. 6 minutes even to play here in the second period. Beecher wheels it toward the corner, hit the referee. Chatfield will lob it back out through center ice. And Peak going back into the far corner against Kotkaniemi. Puck in their skates. Corrali pokes it toward Asimon. It'll come back behind the net. Hampus Lindholm able to win it back. Outlet for Asimont. Now up the left side comes Beecher. Wide angle shot forced wide of the net. Ricochets out of the corner and goes all the way back down towards Swayman. Zadorov behind the Bruins net down to our right. Fires a pass off the near boards to Geekie. Turning with it at center ice.
Pastrnak wanted that puck, or he wanted Geekie to dump it in, so he was flying down the right side. That's that hard dump. If you go off the back wall, he's there.
Martinook's pass into the middle, coming to the Boston line. Zadorov able to hold his ground against Walker. Now Husnudinov up the far side with a little space. Coming in across the line, down the right circle. Gets knocked down right into the side of the net.
That's Stahl. Stahl's a strong guy. Good finish by Stahl. Good angle.
Svechnikov moving behind the Bruins net. Back to Riley at the far point. Now Riley center blue line, a shot and a rebound chance for Svechnikov turned away. Hampus Lindholm will get it off the boards and out. Would go. Waiting for everyone to get back on side, or at least close to it. Dumps in.
Yeah, that does Bruins a favor there.
McAvoy floats it toward Arvidsson, tapped it forward. Now it comes back toward Arvidsson in front of the penalty boxes near side. And Zacha takeaway near the Carolina blue line. Here's Arvidsson just inside the line. Aho got a piece of it. And Jarvis brings the Hurricanes forward. He sends one toward the net. Peak reaching out with his stick to try and keep that away from Ehlers. Arvidsson to Zacha. Back ahead they come. Arvidsson right circle shot. Saved by Anderson. Rebound gets cleared up the near side. Here's Aho back into the Bruins zone. Pass toward the near side for Nystrom, got through him. He'll dump it back in, delayed offside. Hurricanes will change. 3:28 to go here in the period. Let's go Bruins chant breaks out here at TD Garden. They're itching for something to cheer for here. Stankoven at the red line. Brings in across. Here's Blake with a shot. Blocker stop. Chatfield throws a long backhander toward the net. Aspero kicked that into the corner. Peak takes a hit to move it for Kastelik. Here's Minton. Back to Kastelik on the right side. Back toward Minton. Broken up by Legault. Sent behind the net. Jeannot coming toward the near circle. Wheels it back down low. Kastelik stepping toward the near corner. Riley lost his stick. Kastelik turns and fires near circle. And the stop made. Here's Jeannot from the inside of the circle. Misfired on that attempt, but the Bruins keep alive. Minton back of the net for Kastelik. Tried to backhand it in front, hit the outside of the net. Jokiharju at the right point to Minton. He brings back toward the blue line. Minton still carrying, takes the long shot with Kastelik in front, a scramble for it. And a chance by Jeannot, still loose in front, and now Blake will lift it up and out of the zone.
Kastelik in that battle. It's a Riley down low around the front of the net. He's the one standing.
2:10 to go here in the period. Kotkaniemi chasing deep into the Bruins zone. Takes a hit from Zadorov. Free puck to Jokiharju behind the net. Around the far boards. And here come the Bruins. Asimont carrying with speed. Left side and got away from Corrali. He and Walker get into it in the near corner.
Walker gave him a pretty good ride into the boards.
Walker from his knees gets the puck behind the net to Nikishin. Kotkaniemi. Cross ice pass, broken up. Here's Corrali, moves it back in onto the offense. Gives to Hampus Lindholm, top of the circle. Shot attempt blocked. Hampus fighting to it. Asimont goes behind the net. Asimont tries a stuffer. He loves that
Once
play.
a game.
Save was made. Corrali along the near circle. Throws one toward the slot. All the way to the far point it comes to Lindholm. Down into the corner. Asimont takes a bump. Able to maintain possession for the moment. Now it comes behind the net. And it'll be Kotkaniemi to it first. As he tried to play it up the wall, McAvoy pinching in. Had it knocked away. It'll come back into Boston territory courtesy of Jankowski. And we hit the final minute of this second period, still scoreless. Husnudinov on the pass from Hampus Lindholm. Sending one across ice. Well, Pastrnak was cocked and ready, but knocked back into the neutral zone by Martinook. Swayman plays it away from his net. Geekie out near the blue line. Husnudinov gives back to Geekie. Coming up through neutral ice with speed. Down the left wing circle. In tight. Anderson made the save. Pasternak, top of the left circle, a shot that gets blocked back into the corner by Stahl. And the Hurricanes move out with 30 to go in the period. Svechnikov coming down the right circle, goes down against Aspero. On the far side, Chatfield will keep alive for Martinook. 21 seconds left in the period. Chatfield in the corner, doing battle with Geekie. Pasternak able to clear one out. Catches up to it, coming toward the attacking blue line, but at the end of the shift, it'll come back toward the Boston zone. And the Bruins with Peak and Aspero back. Cleared back into the Carolina zone, and the final seconds of the period will tick off. So some back and forth hockey there in the final minutes of the period, but neither team still able to find the net through 40 minutes. It is scoreless here at TD Garden. And we'll be back with our second intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to the Bruins Radio Network every home game to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week.
Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan. 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how's Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season, just take the train to North Station. With commuter rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you can ride with $10 weekends. So don't be late battling traffic and parking. Yuck. Buy tickets from a conductor on board or with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
Success doesn't simply happen. It's built, one decision at a time. An upgrade, an investment, an opportunity. At National Grid, we provide businesses with a portfolio of energy-saving solutions to help improve sustainability. From small improvements to full-scale upgrades, our clean energy and electrification programs can help make your building more efficient, more comfortable, and ready for tomorrow. So let's work together. We'll be there for your business every step of the way. Visit ngrid.com/here-for-you to learn more. National Grid is a proud sponsor of Mass Save.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Greater Boston. And our more than 100 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
No score between the Bruins and Hurricanes. Our second intermission here at TD Garden. Back alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. We were just chatting on the air. Over 7 minutes of uninterrupted play at the end of that second period as things started to go end-to-end back and forth.
And it led to some changes on the back end. I don't know if it was by design or just because of that. You know, when they made some changes to the D partners. It looked like McAvoy and Lindholm were playing together. Aspero and
Peak
were playing together, and that left Zadorov and Yoki Haru. I don't think it was by design. I think it was probably because of that continuous play. Sometimes you get one guy off, the other guy doesn't get off, and they kept those pairs to kind of finish off the period. So just kind of keep an eye on that here in the third. There's been some good chances here in this game. I'd say you probably count on one hand the amount of great chances for both teams. One hand for each team, I should say. I mean, because you've had some good opportunities, some good looks. I mean, Carolina had some point-blank chances in the first period. They had the breakaway by Jarvis. Blake had a good opportunity. There were a couple more in the second, but most of it from the outside. No real second chances for Carolina. Swayman has seen most of the shots. And I think on the other end, you know, there's been a couple of flurries. The Bruins have had some looks, but you know, they haven't been able to penetrate. I still think you can get to this D when you spent the first half of the period where they really didn't generate anything offensively. Second half of the period was better for them in terms of generating some offense. But managing the puck, you know, they got in trouble once in that second period. Yoki Haru tried to get a puck out of the zone, and you know, it was gloved down, and all of a sudden now you're in trouble. Now you're back on your heels. You got the same group out there. You can't get off, and you know, Carolina really pushing it, but. There haven't been many of those shifts. Yeah. You know, I just, when you've had full possession of the puck, you want to make intelligent plays coming out of the zone. And they're going to pressure when they can, but if they're in a line change, then you get, you know, the Bruins have had that setup breakout a couple times. They've used the middle of the ice with the stretch pass, much like the Sabres did the other day against them, trying to make that pass and just either tipping it into the zone or trying to find somebody that's flying down the wings. But it's been, you know, it's been from a Bruins standpoint, I think you got to like a lot of what they've done on the defensive side of things. They've given up a couple things, but you got to like a lot of what they've done defensively today. And they're trying to find that balance of being better defensively and being comfortable playing in tight games. And if you've got to win a game 1-0 or 2-1 or 3-2, then so be it. You know, what's wrong with that?
Well, and, you know, in the last couple of games, they've started Jonas Korpisalo in goal, and he's been terrific when they've needed him to be. He's come up with some big saves in each of those games. Jeremy Swayman has done exactly that today. He's faced 19 shots through 2 periods, but as you mentioned, there have been a few really good chances his way, especially that Jackson Blake one in the first period.
Yeah, Blake and Jarvis, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's been solid. He's been really good here today. I mean, he's really good against Colorado, and then you had the game where nobody played well. Right. And you know, for him, he wasn't the solution in that game, but he certainly wasn't the problem either. And then it got out of hand in the third period. But you know, then Korpisalo comes in and plays well, gets another chance to play well, and has played well in both of the games. But you want to get Swayman right back in there. So you've had your goaltending has not been the issue this year, no. Despite what some people might want to think. It hasn't been the issue. When they've allowed goals, it's been poor defensive play. And you want the goalies to come up maybe with 1 or 2 more saves, but they're not the number one problem. It's some of the defensive structure that really breaks down at times.
Yeah, I mean, your team's lost 7 games so far this year. I don't think there's one of them that you can point to and say that was the goalie's fault.
Well, I mean, look, Ottawa, you can't absolve him either. Right. It was a total team effort in that one.
No score between the Bruins and Hurricanes after 2 here at TD Garden. Shots on goal through 2 periods, 19-17 in favor of the Hurricanes, who had a 9-6 edge, or make it a 10-6 edge in that second period. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation. Iron Maiden returns. The Run for Your Lives World Tour 2026 at TD Garden September 9th with special guest Megadeth. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll check the other action around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Tune in to the BetMGM Celtics Radio Network. BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today and discover the new look same-game parlay product, live bet tracking, parlay quick betting, and more. Please gamble responsibly.
Coleman.
It's electric.
Coleman Electric is wasting your time with this commercial. But that's the way it is with advertising. If you're not overweight, with low T and a flooded basement, half these ads aren't for you. Same with this one for Coleman Electric. We specialize in replacing knob and tube wiring, and you might not even have it. Most people don't even know what it is. Ask a guy if he's going to remove his knob and tube, and he says, "Nah, I can't. My wife wants another kid." No. Let me explain. Many houses around here were built 100 years ago and still have the original wiring. The wires would heat up, so they ran them around little knobs and through tiny tubes and called it knob and tube. But insurance companies call it a stinking fire hazard, and insulation companies won't even call back because they ain't touching it. If you've got knob and tube, join this century and book a free estimate with Coleman Electric to have it replaced. And if you don't have it, sorry we wasted your time. But thanks to your sacrifice, you've helped your knob and tube neighbor. Can I get a tissue? Welling up over here. Kuhlman. Call Coleman.
It's electric.
Discover the Haven Country Club in Central Mass, the Ridge Club on Cape Cod, and Ipswich Country Club. Enjoy championship golf, racket sports, swimming, dining, and fun for the whole family. Plus access to 150 clubs with X-Life. Visit invitedclubs.com.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
2 periods in the books here at TD Garden. The Bruins and the Hurricanes are scoreless so far. Let's take a look at the other action around the NHL today and tonight. A 3 o'clock Eastern Time face-off out in Winnipeg with a couple of teams that have already amassed 8 wins this year. Winnipeg Jets 8-3, hosting the surprising Pittsburgh Penguins 8-2 on the season. It's a 3:30 face-off in Nashville, where the Predators host the Calgary Flames. Calgary's gotten off to a really slow start, just 2-8-2 on the season. A 4 o'clock start out in San Jose with the Sharks hosting the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche have played 12 games. Their only regulation loss was here at TD Garden against the Bruins. They're 7-1-4 so far. Florida Panthers on home ice tonight. 6 o'clock start as they take on the Dallas Stars in what should be a pretty good one. Buffalo Sabres host the Capitals tonight. That's a 7 o'clock face-off. Also 7 o'clock starts in Montreal. The Canadiens and the Ottawa Senators will do battle. Toronto Maple Leafs are in Philadelphia tonight to take on the Flyers. St. Louis Blues have really been struggling of late defensively. They are on the road tonight to take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. It is 7 o'clock face-off. Vancouver will visit Minnesota tonight at 7 o'clock as well. And then the late starts out west. LA Kings hosting the New Jersey Devils at 9 o'clock. Devils are 8-3 on the season so far. Chicago visits Edmonton tonight. That's a 10 o'clock face-off. And also at 10 o'clock, the New York Rangers, who are back to 500, will take on the 5-2-3 Seattle Kraken. Here at TD Garden, 2 periods complete. No scoring. Bruins and the Hurricanes, 0-0. We will be back with the start of the 3rd period on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign. Donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
The free turkey event at BJ's Wholesale Club is so incredible, we called in Tom Turkey to talk about it. Take it away, Tom. Well said, Tom. To paraphrase, spend $150 or more in one transaction at BJ's to earn your free turkey. It's that simple, right, Tom? Exactly. Shop November 1st through the 10th to qualify, then redeem your free turkey digital coupon starting the 15th. Oh, don't worry, Tom. For terms, visit bjs.com/free turkey.
Golf Galaxy Performance Center is now open at Wayside. Visit your new #1 golf destination to try the latest clubs from Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist, and Ping. Explore new styles from brands like Travis Matthew, Bad Birdie, and Walter Hagen. Dial in your game with our expert services, including lessons, club repair, and more. Plus, earn points with every purchase when you sign up for Scorecard. Learn more at golfgalaxy.com/Burlington.
BJ's Wholesale Club has always been proud to offer great prices every day.
In this economy, almost sounds too good to be true.
These prices are very true, and at BJ's, they're great, not good. That's great prices every day, no matter the economy, including 3-pound rotisserie chickens, just $4.99. Wellesley Farms Deli Honey Ham, $6.99 a pound. Plus great prices every day on everything in the club. Join at bjs.com/join and make BJ's your destination for savings every day.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro loyalty for details. Subject to change.
This is Boston's home for sports.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
Dejan at his own line, clock ticking. 12 seconds. Krejci a soft dump into the zone, and no icing here. Gilbert back to play it with 5. He'll take it behind the Edmonton net. He takes a peek up at the clock. He'll kill the rest of the clock. And the Bruins with a 2-0 win. And the second career shutout for Tuukka Rask.
Today's This Date in Bruins history taking us back to 2009. Tuukka Rask and the Bruins record a 2-0 win over the Edmonton Oilers. It was the team's third straight shutout against the Oilers, an over 204-minute streak. First time they had shut out an opponent in 3 straight games since back in 1927-28 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It was also the 100th win for Claude Julien behind the Bruins bench. He became the 3rd fastest Bruins coach to reach 100 victories. This date in Bruins history is being restored by Blue Sky. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's goblusky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. So we head to the third period here at TD Garden, still looking for the first goal of the game between the Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. Shots are 18-17 through 2. Yeah, they took one away, gave one. Those between period adjustments continue, but it's 18-17. There was a 9-6 edge for Carolina in the second period. Both goalies have been excellent. Bruins will be moving from left to right here in the third period as Fraser Minton opposes Jordan Staal in the opening faceoff. And after it kicked back and forth a couple of times, Carolina gets possession. Hit by Jeannot on the far boards to help free it up. Now Riley tipped into the Bruins zone by Svechnikov around the far side. Jeannot sends it up the left wing. Kastelik on his horse against Riley. Gets taken down. Ooh, no. Goes hard into the end boards and is slow to get up.
It's clean ice. Went in hard, yeah. He got tied up there just trying to get to the front of the net. A little banged up. I hope that wasn't the head. He was able to get himself up and off. But
Minton will dump one in around behind Freddie Anderson. Skipped over his stick. Now Arvidsson to it in the near corner, but way back behind the Carolina net. Hurricanes will clear it. And that one is a tip, so no icing. Zadorov will go back to get it. Around the near boards, Arvidsson against Nikishin. From the near corner, McAvoy gets it out for Zacha. In the middle, kicked onto the stick of Arvidsson.
He's got to take it out of his skates.
Yep. Aho brings the Hurricanes back, and from the far circle, Swayman turns the shot away.
That line has had potential today. You're talking about Arvidsson and Zacha, Middlestat, but
Zacha gets one over to McAvoy, moving in right circle, score! Casey Middlestat on the far side post, able to knock that one in, and the Bruins grab a 1-0 lead.
They finally break through because they've had some shifts where they've had good entries into the zone and just haven't made it count. But this time McAvoy jumps up into the play. The Bruins get going back the other way, and McAvoy's going to fake the shot from the right side and make this pass to Middlestat. Looked like it got slowed down a little bit, right? Middlestat drops it off, goes to the net. Yeah, it got slowed down on the play by Walker, but Middlestat doesn't go by the net. He stays with it and is able to chip it up and over the right pad of Anderson.
Fourth of the year for Casey Middlestat, gives the Bruins the lead here early in the third.
Yeah, Walker slowed that up, and that kind of screwed up the timing for Freddie Anderson. If it gets all the way across and Anderson's trying to get there with the leg.
Yeah, the puck kind of sat down right there in the crease.
It's a fake shot by McAvoy. Anderson has to respect shot there because he's walking into a great spot. Middlestat's had some good jump today. That line has been around it. Just a little off on a couple of occasions. Remember the pass to Arvidsson, looking for the one-timer down low. It was just off a bit.
As you said, good play by Middlestat to not go past the net. He stopped.
Yeah, semi-stopped, but stopped enough. Slowed enough.
Here's Geekie with a lane up the left wing side. He brings across the line. Tried to pass it across for Pasternak. It hit Ustinov in the leg. Hall will bring the Hurricanes back up the far right wing. Trying to get around Aspero. Aspero,
second effort,
got a stick in there.
Beat him on the first move.
Aspero on the end boards, backhands to Jokiharju.
We talked about the pairs.
Jokiharju stolen by Blake. Stankov in far circle.
Talked about the pairs. They're back to normal. Jokiharju with another, it's just a little bit soft play there. He's had a few of those today.
Corrali blocks a centering pass from Kotkaniemi. Shot attempt by Ehlers ends up off the backboards. Jokiharju shoving Kotkaniemi, but still on top of the clock. Around the near side, it'll come for Aspero, chased into the near corner. Pulled off balance. Beecher backhands it up the near wing. Legault back for Carolina. Corrali nearly a steal inside the Carolina blue line. Instead, Jankowski to Riley. Riley handing off for Nadeau. And Hurricanes get forced out of the zone. It'll come back in deep behind Swayman.
Castle back out on the ice. Good sign there.
Hampus Lindholm.
Middle of the ice.
Pass up the middle.
Post that guy at the far blue line looking for that pass.
Peak off the near side boards. Has it taken away by Svechnikov, who brings it back in across the Boston line. Turns out near the blue line. Steps into a shot. Blocked by Minton. Second effort. Put wide of the net by Svechnikov.
Puck came right back to him after the initial block.
Hampus Lindholm tangled with Martinuk. Comes back to the point. Whipped across toward the far side. Long shot. And off the rebound, grabbed by Jeannot.
Contact with Swayman. He's barking at the referee right now.
Jeannot trying to fight his way around Walker. Instead, it'll come back out toward the red line. And back toward the Boston zone. Zadorov. Pressured deep by Stahl. Up the far side finds Middlestat. Cutting through center ice. Puck squirted away from him. Allowing Chatfield to get it back into the Bruins' end. But McAvoy there. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the third period. 1-0 Bruins lead it. Aho will start out. Back in across the line. Here's Jarvis. Tried to fire one in front. Blocked off McAvoy. Aho shot hit the outside of the net. McAvoy from the far circle. Way out towards center ice. Knocked away from Middlestat. Aho turns with it. Brings it from the red line to the blue. Ehlers along the near side. Wraps it around the far boards. Held in at the point. And then Middlestat nearly knocked it away. Instead comes deep to Aho. Aho. Toward the near side. Nikishin with a rising shot goes up and over the net. Walker hustles to it far boards to keep it deep. Aho off the far side wall finds Hall moving toward the high slot. Shot blocked by McAvoy. Middlestat chips it ahead. He's got Arvidsson. Arvidsson down the right side. Scores! Victor Arvidsson from the top of the circle. Beats Anderson. It's 2-0.
A little bit of rope-a-dope for that line. They were stuck inside their own zone that entire shift, and all of a sudden you get a block. Arvidsson alertly takes off up the ice. Gets a nice chip into space, lets him skate into it. It was the block. Hall was fresh on the ice. Taylor Hall gets his shot blocked as Arvidsson senses it, takes off. Nikishin can't catch him. And this shot's going to beat Freddie Anderson to the blocker side.
Well, Middlestat, who scored the first goal of the game for the Bruins, is the one who gets Arvidsson going with that pass out of the zone. 5:05 into the third period, and the Bruins have struck twice to grab the lead. 2-0. Blake in the neutral zone off the faceoff, comes back toward his own blue line. Starts Carolina up, then fans on a pass attempt and has to scramble back to it. Chatfield.
Not sure what this line is. Is Pastrnak playing alongside Corrali and Beechers? I'm not sure.
Pasta jumps off, and
okay.
Asimont jumps on.
They're trying to get a late change before the puck was dropped. The referee wouldn't let him.
Corrali drops it back toward his own zone here for Peak. Off the near boards, Chatfield and Asimont in a battle for possession. Now it's Blake moving it for Riley, far side. Gets a pass ahead to Kotkaniemi, and across the line they come. Aspero and Kotkaniemi in the far circle. Puck back toward the corner, Corrali. He'll deal it behind the net. Jokiharju near side. Riley keeps in. Kotkaniemi down the near circle, throws one in front. And Stankoven's effort missed the net. He gets knocked down in the near corner by Aspero. Asimont takes the puck up ice. Entry denied at the Carolina line. Asimont will dump it in, and that line will change up. Middlestat and McAvoy assisting on Arvidsson's goal at 5:05. Doubling up the Bruins' lead. As a dump in, look out of the corner, came bouncing out in front, and a scramble. Swayman had to knock one out of the air.
Crazy bounce off that back glass out in front of the net.
McAvoy trying to poke it along the near corner, gets upended. Jankowski working his way toward the front of the net, but gets denied there.
Bruins recovered well there.
On the near side wall. It'll come back toward the corner. Svechnikov going behind the net. Puck off the far board. Svechnikov got it back to the point. Zadorov blocks a shot in front of Swayman, sends it up and over the net. McAvoy with a heavy hit on Nadeau behind the net. Usnadinov's got it. Gives back to McAvoy, and Murat will go for a change with 12:50 to play here in the third. McAvoy settling behind the Bruins net as they get set up ice. Stahl shadowing him in front of Jeremy Swayman's crease. McAvoy just rims it around the far side all the way through neutral ice.
They're interesting.
Here's Minton up the left side with some speed moving in, and the puck slipped away from him as he tried to get it in front. Tracks it to the near boards and keeps it alive. Kastelik down low for Jeannot. In the near corner, Jeannot finds some open space to Hampus Lindholm. His shot, high slot, was blocked. Way back down deep here by Minton. Kastelik able to fight off Nikishin. From the back of the net, Kastelik tried to force it in front, was blocked there. Hampus Lindholm at the far point will play it back deep. Pass Jeannot on to Kastelik, back around to Lindholm, who's waiting for it at the hash marks, brings it to the corner to Kastelik behind the net. Centering pass, Jeannot broken up. Anderson just steers it away from his crease, but kept alive at the blue line. Saka tried to whip one across the ice. That was blocked. And it will ricochet back out across the blue line as Peak gathers it in at center. Zaka on the right side finds Arvidsson. Here are the hash marks. He turns. Backhands on to Middlestat. Sends one across. Zadorov shot. Ricocheted off bodies in front. Arvidsson
tried to get himself low and get a stick on that. He just got tied up.
McAvoy will bring back into the attack zone down the left wing circle. He comes, a centering pass as Arvidsson got wiped out in front. And now Jarvis back the other way for the Hurricanes, and Zadorov knocks the puck off his stick, rides him into the corner.
Yeah, McAvoy was able to get back after trying to make that play offensively. He comes all the way back to take away the 2-on-1, make it a 2-on-2, allows Zadorov to come over and poke that puck away.
We're under 11 minutes to go here in regulation. Bruins leading 2-0. Dump in, stop behind the Bruins net by Swayman. Around the near side, it'll come for Johnny Beecher. Beecher skates it to the red line and sends it deep behind Anderson. Around to the far side, Asamont got to it first, kept it moving to Corrali. Back around toward the near boards. And it'll be Taylor Hall to carry out. Riley kicks a pass to the Bruins blue line. He and Aspero came together. Aspero lost his stick. A centering pass ricocheted off Beecher into the crease. Not out as he tried to clear it up the middle. Aho, top of the left circle. Shot blocked by Corrali. Asamont picks it up in open ice in the neutral zone. Gets it to the blue line. It's tangled up over there and goes down, as does Corrali. Riley skates it back toward the red line and sends a bouncer in toward Swayman. Jeremy stopped it. Gives it behind the net toward Peak. His clearing effort gets stopped at the blue line, but Husnadinov's got it. Pass ahead for Geekie. Redirected deep into the Carolina zone. Kotkaniemi brought it behind his net. Lobbed out into neutral ice and bounces down to Peak just inside the Boston blue line. Off the near boards for Husnadinov. He was trying to get Geekie on a cross ice pass too far for him. And it's a Bruins icing with 9:32 left.
And it's hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Faceoff will come back in Bruins territory here. Off of the icing. It'll be near circle down to our left. Geekie will oppose Jordan Stahl. Geekie wins it off the near boards. Peak bats it behind the net, goes to get it himself. Off the far boards, Husnadinov under pressure clears the zone.
That's nice. There's a lot of snow built up right in front of the benches there, and that slowed that puck down enough.
Haven't had a chance to clear it off. Haven't had a whistle other than that icing in quite a while.
Cool.
Here's McAvoy to Kastelik. Up the right side, Minton picks up a puck off the carom. Goes crashing into Anderson as he tried to drive the net.
He got taken into him.
Yep. And now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play.
Referee was watching. He took the puck strong to the front of the net, and he got taken right into him by the defense.
So we will take a timeout with 8:58 to go. Bruins have built themselves a 2-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
This November, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest for 5 years. But you have to hurry. The sale ends soon. So, schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
Roofing? Mario's. Siding? Mario's. Windows? Mario's. Skylights? Just call Mario's.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston, owner of Mario's Quality Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Skylights. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Visit us at mariosroofing.com. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Head to the bar at the 99 restaurant this Sunday for game day. Score a 6-pack of bone-in wings for just $5.99 and full-size apps for $6.99. And you've got a chance to win prizes weekly. You gotta love the Nines.
Hi, I'm Lori Cadigan, the CEO and owner of Barrett Sotheby's International Realty. We have been Cambridge Savings Bank customers for about 4 years. I think the difference in this bank is the personal touch. We love the bank because we feel like they have our back, from the day-to-day operations through our strategic initiatives. I'm really confident that Cambridge Savings will be with us no matter what the future holds.
Cambridge Savings Bank is proud to support local business owners. Stop by your local branch today. Member FDIC.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub.
8:58 to go, third period. Bruins have a 2-0 lead on goals by Casey Middlestad and Victor Arvidsson inside of the first 5:05 of this third period.
You got the Minton line on the ice right now with Kaslik and Genoa. This line's been good today. Specifically Kaslik. He's had some good jump that first period. It's a change line because you move Kaslik up there to play on that right side.
Jeannot over by the Bruins bench. Puck will come back into the Boston zone. Zadorov going to get it in the corner, get rubbed off of it. McAvoy blocked the centering pass. Jeannot's got it far circle and starts out. Bruins moving left to right. Chips off the left wing boards. Riley gets to it first in the Carolina zone. Comes back out towards center. Hampus Lindholm tried to backhand it toward Peak, and that one, Baylor's nearly had one handed to him. Hurricanes with possession in their zone, getting a change on here. Move it out into neutral ice. And it ends up being an offside at the Boston line.
Yeah, Hampus making the right play there, but take the best angle with that backhand pass over to his partner.
Victor Arvidsson's goal at 5:05 is today's electric play, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Look angled through the neutral zone here by Peak. Under 8 minutes to play. It's sent back deep into Boston territory. Peak will go back behind Swayman. Around the far boards, Middlestat trying to pull it off the wall. Zaka helps it out to center ice. Kicked onto the stick of Nikishin. And back deep it comes. Peak from the near corner. Reversed it behind the net. Hampus Lindholm to Middlestat out near the blue line. He whips a pass across ice off of Zaka's backhand and in across the Carolina line. Thrown right back out of there. Here's Aho inside the Boston zone. McAvoy comes to get it in the near corner. Arvidsson lifts it up, but not out. Martinook gloved it down, fired from the near circle, and Swayman makes the pad save. At the faceoff dot, Zadorov finds a free puck. Off the near boards to Geekie. Plays it deep, stumbled in pursuit of it. Around the far boards and Pasternak at the hash marks. Going to play it away from Stahl. Comes back toward Pasternak. Stahl draped on his back. Chatfield now looking to push out and does. Got through Stahl to Martinook through the neutral ice. McAvoy got a skate on one. Still loose along the near circle. Geekie couldn't find the handle on it. Now on the near boards it's Chatfield. Back to Nikishin. And Pasternak came with the sticks together. Puck jumped up in the air. Pasternak able to play it up the near side. Jarvis skates back onto it for Carolina with 6.5 minutes to go. Jarvis around Husnudinov at center ice. Down the left wing circle against Jokiharju. Tried to go high on the blocker side, but Swayman knocked it down and then covered it up. We take a timeout with 6:23 to play. Bruins 2, Hurricanes nothing. Here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Poor Diana in accounting. She fell for an email phishing scam. Computers shut down. And people freaked out. especially about getting paid.
Hey!
Fortunately, the company had cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance. Safety covered the cost of systems and data restoration, business income-related losses, and more. Don't let one human error shut down your business. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the cyber kind.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
The Honda Ridgeline is designed to adapt to every part of your life. Going camping? Its in-bed trunk fits all the gear for your outdoor adventures. The Honda Ridgeline, a truck for everything that makes you, you.
Champions play here, the Sports Hub.
Bruins a pair of goals here in the third period, have a 2-0 lead on those goals. 4 assists so far, and with those feeds, the Shawsey Star Market Foundation donates another $400 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. 6:23 to go, and a 2-0 lead. The Bruins looking for their third win in a row, and fourth in the last 5. Off the face-off, Nikishin sends one into the middle, and Jarvis a chance. Swayman denies that and covers up.
Lindholm got picked by Martinook big time, and that allowed Jarvis to get himself open in the slot. Lindholm went over the referee. He's like, you got to be kidding here. Martinook steps out, gets right in his way. I mean, he went out of his way to get in Lindholm's way. Lindholm looked right at the referee after that puck was stopped by Swayman. Like, hey.
That's a moving screen there. Face off
Good if you can do it.
Yeah, you can get away with it. It worked. Face off win by Corrali. Hampus Lindholm plays behind the net.
Lindholm's lined up next to Jarvis, and Jarvis is on the boards, and he's going to go right behind the centerman into the middle. And Lindholm's trying to chase him down there, and that's Martinook came from the other side to get in front of him.
Peak tried to go for a long pass to Beecher, nearly had him behind the defense, just skipped away from him. Off the far boards, it'll come out of the Bruins zone now. Walker drives it back in from the red line. Around the far boards, Asamont will lob one high through neutral ice. Walker goes to glove it down. Goes down in front of the
Carolina
bench.
wanted a penalty that time on Corrali.
They're all
standing up right now. And then a little cross check after the whistle. Is that Walker over there? I can't tell.
But Asamont's getting after it with somebody right in front of the Carolina bench. It's Martinook.
But the entire bench, because it happened right in front of Carolina's bench, and I didn't see whether he tripped him or not. It was Walker.
He went to go and play that puck and ended up going down right up against the boards.
Chasing him though. The entire bench up looking for that penalty.
Rally was ready to go. He threw down one glove as that got started. 5:37 to play. Face off just outside the Carolina blue line. They control it. Riley lobs one toward the Boston zone. McAvoy had it tangled up in his glove for a second, but now clears it off the near boards. Hurricanes starting out of their own zone. Ewers harassed by Minton. Plays deep into Boston territory. McAvoy behind the net to Zadorov. Jeannot got it off the boards.
Yeah,
Minton chasing it.
Well done. Support by Minton. D to D around the boards. Battle one along the wall. Minton there for support.
Kastelik throws a long backhander toward the net. Shays on to Ehlers with 5 minutes to go. He'll carry through neutral ice. Trying to get it to the left side for Blake. Didn't connect. Blake able to regain. Oh, Stankoven just got knocked to the deck by Zadorov as the shot goes wide of Swayman.
That's not a physical battle. He's going to win there.
Jeannot played it back into the Carolina zone.
Massive size difference.
Svechnikov gains the line, deals it off to the right side for Aho, and his shot goes up and over the net. Taken far circle, turnaround shot by Svechnikov. Swayman knocked that down. Cleared up the near side by McAvoy. Skipped past Arvidsson. But Middlestad's in there deep to get to it first. Tried to leave for Arvidsson near circle. Instead, the Hurricanes send the outlet the other way and missed Aho, and that's an icing against Carolina.
Yeah, good hustle down the ice. Forces Anderson to come out and play that puck and negates the icing on one side, and then Carolina, the long stretch pass misses.
Or 13 to play. Getting a look at the replay of Zadorov's hit on Stankoven. Stankoven 5'8", 165 pounds. Zadorov slightly larger. Walker will go back behind the Carolina net to retrieve the puck. We're under 4 minutes to go. Hurricanes moving from right to left on offense. Off the near boards. Puck bounded away from Kotkaniemi. Arvidsson gets it, moving into the attack zone. Middlestat wheels and throws one to the front. Blocked off there by Anderson. In the near corner, they continue to dig for it. It'll come back toward Aho. Turns it to the blue line and out. Hustendinov getting a stick on it briefly, but now Kotkaniemi will send it around behind Swayman. He reversed it toward the near corner to Jokiharju. Middlestat just missed Hustendinov coming out of the zone. Now Jankowski top of the far circle with a shot.
He got buried.
Aspero with a heavy hit there. Middlestat gets to the red line and chips it deep. Pasternak goes to get it in the corner. Takes a shoulder from Nikishin. Chatfield from his own blue line sends a pass ahead. Jankowski gets it into the corner for against Zadorov. As Anderson goes to the bench, extra skater comes on here for Carolina with just under 3 minutes to go, and they score right away. And it's Nikishin who unleashed that bomb from the high slot. It's 2-1.
Yeah, high blocker side for Nikishin here. He gets himself open in the high slot. Gets his pass from the right side, and it's just an old-fashioned bomb. They're looking at something here, whether it's goalie interference. And Swayman was complaining right away. There's nobody around him, but you know, the Bruins are complaining right away. Geekie going out to try to block it. I mean, McAvoy complaining. I think it was a hand pass. Was it not? Or the trip by Jankowski.
So, watching the replay, the referee out at center ice had his arm in the air for something. Kind of milling about here with 2:49 left before they line up for the faceoff. Now the officials blow the whistle and tell everybody to get out and get lined up.
Well, it should have been a trip on Jankowski, was it not?
Right, going into the corner against Zadorov. Oh, it's a 2-1 game with 2:40 to go. Puck into the Carolina zone. Anderson is in his crease right now. Had just gotten to the bench before that goal was scored. As going into the far corner, Ehlers and Zadorov wipe each other out. Come to Ehlers at the hash marks. He sends one through the high slot. It'll angle off the near boards out to center ice. 2:20 left. Ehlers gets it back into the Bruins zone. Gets wrapped up by Beecher. Corrali will backhand it through neutral ice. Asamont, after Nikishin fell down, moves around behind the Carolina net. Brings it off the near wall back to Peak at the point. He shoots one toward Corrali off his skate. Couldn't get it back onto his stick. 1:53 to go. Stankoven has it knocked away toward the blue line. Near side, Jeannot took a hit from Blake, able to get that puck deep. Nikishin will go back behind the Hurricanes net. 1:38 left. Riley will skate it out to his own blue line. Pass off the near boards, overshot Aho. Hampus Lindholm will volley it back toward the Carolina zone. Kastelik putting pressure on Chatfield there. 1:20 left. Anderson starting to creep. As Svechnikov comes up across the Boston line, Anderson breaks for the bench. Around behind the net, Peak sends it near side. Kastelik able to knock it away from Riley. Minton along the near boards against Hall. Now thrown toward the near circle. Peak takes that away. Got it to the blue line, but not out. Kastelik able to get it out on a second effort. Loose at center ice. Svechnikov will turn it back in. Jarvis down the near circle. Aho, tight angle shot goes up and over Swayman. 50 seconds to play. Chatfield to Riley. Kept it in the zone at the blue line. Jarvis walks it back up top to Riley. One-timer blocked by Minton. Came right to Chatfield with 40 to go. And then Jeannot knocks one free, and it comes out of the zone. 33 seconds left, and knocked away from Riley. It'll go just wide of the empty net as Minton put pressure on in the neutral zone.
Riley was just trying to throw it back to somebody he thought was back there.
Driven in towards Swayman, who gets the pad on it near side. Hall will wrap it back around to the far side with 17 seconds left. Swayman has to make another stop. Centered in front. Hall forced toward the near corner. Tried to center it. McAvoy took that away. Middlestat in the near corner. Takes a bump from Aho. Loose puck along the circle. Arvidsson's got it. Lifts it high up into the air. It comes down onto Nikishin's head, and that's the way it's going to end. Middlestat breaking for the empty net, but the time will expire before he scores. Bruins hang on and win it. 2-1 the final score. And they sweep the three-game homestand this week here at TD Garden and have won 4 of their last 5 to get back to the 500 mark at 7-7. We'll be back to TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR.
Than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, a donation of $100 will be made to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Shaw's and Star Market.
A wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
We've all seen them. Drivers who are looking at their phones. Is there anything more crazy? It's like they're asking to be in an accident. And why are they even on their phones? To find better car insurance? That's easy. Just pull over and talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you benefit from great coverage and great value. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your Boston area Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com. Blue Sky Restoration.